NFL memes to trip, fall, and beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I know this is out of order, but I literally have to start with this. Chiefs thinking they've got an easy win. Trevor Lawrence. Hey! Tell him, Trevor. Trevor Lawrence with another pick.
Right now, I think Liam Cohen, they
Can a brother go digging for some gold in peace? Why you gotta put the camera on my boy when he's just digging for some gold? Why you gotta air him out like that? That's crazy. Trevor Lawrence moments before leading a game-winning drive versus the Chiefs.
Wait.
Hey, listen, man. Everybody's got their own ritual. I'm not gonna judge the guy. Chris Jones, number 95, with unreal effort on the game-winning touchdown. Not only do we get to see this miraculous game-winning touchdown, but we get to do a little film watching on Chris Jones. Literally insane. It's the most insane play I've ever seen. I have never watched this play and watched... The play is so preposterous that it's hard to not just watch Trevor Lawrence. I've never watched Chris Jones in this. He doesn't try at all. All right, I'm going to try and give him the benefit of the doubt. If you're Chris Jones at this point, you would just have to assume that he's going to get tackled. I get that. If I watch the quarterback literally snap the football, fall over their own 2 feet, get up and do it again, I might be like, yeah, this play's over. But at this point right here, Chris Jones beats him to this spot. Absolutely, Chris Jones beats him. Look at the like, he doesn't have that much distance to cover. And he had to break another tackle here. And that is the Chris Jones. That's one of the best defensive tackles of the last, like, 10 straight years. Maybe they couldn't even believe what they were seeing. Just like me watching on TV thinking, what on earth just occurred? They were thinking the same thing. Trevor Lawrence game-winning tutty. My whole life, I've tried to figure out if this video is real or not. I understand he's slipping for a ridiculous amount of time, but also, like, that's pretty hard to fake. Look at how convincing he's slipping for so long. And then he ends up biting it pretty hard anyway. Like, did he really fake that like this? He'll go down in history. Trevor Lawrence got that dog in him. He got that dog in him. Ben Johnson watching Trevor Lawrence get stepped on and fall down before scoring a touchdown. Write that down! Write that down, write that down! We did. The Lions did run this as a trick play. Although, there is no way in hell that Trevor Lawrence is doing this as a trick play. Yeah, we ran kind of this same thing. This is the Lions running it, except intentionally. So Jameer jumps down like, you know, like he's trying to recover this football, and Jared Goff's pretending like he fell over, and that causes everyone to freeze and look for the football. But, oh, actually, we threw an absolute dime touchdown to Sammy Boy Laporta because we never fumbled it. Genius trick play. Also, I say this in a lot of videos, but just so you know, NFL will take full videos down if you, like, really use their footage and don't mess with it. So I have to just show things a little weird sometimes. Travis Hunter when his girl shows up to support him. Come on, Trav.
Yeah, that's my girlfriend too! Hey, kiss my ass! Yeah, I'll hit that too. All right, Bucky.
Stupid. The fall off of Patrick Mahomes needs to be studied. Dude, I don't know if you guys watched this game, but it was genuinely dog shit football. Like, dude, even Trevor Lawrence played like trash. I wasn't sitting there going like, I felt like neither team should have won. I thought Travis Hunter had an amazing game. Travis Hunter gigaballed out. But some of this stuff is just weird. This interception was weird. Was this the pick six? Was it the Devin Lloyd pick six? By the way, Devin Lloyd runs like he has a disability. And I don't mean that to be negative. He legitimately runs the football like there's something wrong with him. Like he has a broken leg or like he's a Madden player that wasn't coded in properly. Like, can we watch Devin Lloyd on this? Like, I don't know how to describe it. He's like, I don't know what he's doing. It just freaks me out. Either way, it's an insane pick six. Can't take away from the guy. You got to pick six. On Patrick Mahomes, of all people. Patrick Mahomes in Jacksonville. Hey! Describe Patrick Mahomes in one word, Cam Ward.
Pass.
Losses in 2025. Okay, well, that's not exactly fair, but it is kind of crazy that Mac Jones is undefeated as a starting quarterback. It is kind of crazy that Mac Jones actually balled out. It's not like Mac Jones got a poverty W. Mac Jones balled out. The refs just picked up a flag on the Chiefs because Mahomes told them to. Travis and Patrick are like, no, we're going for one because we scored the touchdown. Wait, why would they pick that up? Why did they pick that flag up? So he's saying that would have been a good call for offensive pass interference. And they dropped it. I don't see how they drop it. That's the most obvious pick play possible. I mean, he dead stopped in the middle and boxed him out.
To me, I know they're saying it was within a yard.
Within a yard is interesting. I don't understand that within a yard rule. That's why Patrick Mahomes is putting up the 1. Kurt Warner described this pretty well, actually. This is pretty useful information here. So you get 1 yard from the line of scrimmage to contact a defender and not have OPI. You can even block the guy if you wanted to. So in this case, I think it's a legal play and a touchdown. That's why Patrick Mahomes is putting up the 1. He's saying it's 1 yard. It's 1 yard. And honestly, if that is the rule, this is a good call. Yeah, maybe he's 1.5 yards, but it's super, super, super close. It's I would call that within a yard. Understanding the rules better, I would have picked up the flag too. I can't believe I'm saying that. Patrick Mahomes telling the refs not to call offensive pass interference.
But he didn't touch it with both hands. That's the thing. You think so, Michael? 55, hit, 2 to come.
You think so, Michael? You think so, Patrick? This is DPI for 31 other teams, but not the Kansas City Chiefs. It's kind of funny retroactively watching a game that the Chiefs actually lost. You know? Like, I'm used to, like, looking at all these flags and being like, damn, the Chiefs never should have won.
Tight end, he banged right into Parker.
I don't even know how to rule that. You know what the irony of this is, though? So yeah, like, probably DPI, right? Okay, so 21 is on the tight end, and here's Washington right here getting jammed. Trevor Lawrence wants to throw this pass. Why on earth Trevor Lawrence wants to throw this pass? Because it's even if this guy doesn't exist here, this is not open. He wants to throw that pass. The irony is if Trevor Lawrence throws this ball to the tight end, 84, isn't it now a pick play? Like, isn't it the same thing we just talked about? Like, wouldn't this be a pick play on Kansas City? He gets in the way of the safety, and now the tight end's wide open to go up the field. You can't have it both ways. Honestly, just pick plays are like, there's so much more that happens on the NFL field than what us casual fans actually see. Because I don't know, like, if you call that a DPI, but what if he throws it to the tight end? And then is it OPI? So does it matter where the quarterback throws it? I don't know. The refs, whenever the Chiefs are about to lose. Wait a minute! Bang! He's gonna tap him out! I love WWE. Shit's awesome. Jaguars fans, after beating the Chiefs to start, they're 4-1.
I ain't got too much to say, but y'all make sure y'all bring that same energy out here next week and the week after. We going to the Super Bowl, and we gonna win that bitch.
I miss zesty Jalen Ramsey. The Jaguars are 4-1? Dude, the Chiefs are 2-3. The Chargers and the Broncos are ahead of them in the AFC West. And the Jaguars are tied with the Colts to lead the AFC South. What universe am I living in? The Ravens are 1-4. The Steelers are 3-1. That's not that crazy. But the Ravens being 1-4 is crazy. Probably the craziest thing in all of football right now is the fact that the Jets are 0-5. I'm just kidding. That's not crazy at all. Welcome to Duval, Jet. The Chiefs blew a 14-0 lead. It reminds me of my opponent in the Wheel of Mutt NFC Championship. Similar story, I might say. NFL scriptwriters have been going dummy. Number of songs written about your start. Not even gonna ask. I'm not even gonna ask. All right, let's go back in time a little bit. What about Baker Mayfield, the league-leading MVP candidate? On your screen right now is regular season MVP awards. Josh Allen 1, kind of makes sense. I feel like it should be Baker. Patrick Mahomes is 2. You're telling me that someone out there is putting their U.S. legal tender, their hard-earned U.S. currency on Patrick Mahomes to win regular season MVP. A lot can change. I don't doubt that. Baker Mayfield made sure to come back and talk shit to a Seahawks fan who was chirping him at his pregame. He said, you're going to be real fucking quiet at halftime. Baker Mayfield's such a dog. I don't know that I've ever seen a video of an NFL player straight up talking shit to a fan. Like, I don't know that I've ever seen a video like this.
3 hours later.
No, you still suck. You still suck.
What, dude, what? Did that guy say you still suck? You still suck after Baker dropped 380 yards and 2 touchdowns in your crib is insane hating. 380 yards, 2 touchdowns, 89% completion percentage. I mean, what do you say? What do you really say? You probably put the phone down and you don't say anything, but that's absolutely crazy. Oh my God, how you gonna talk shit to Baker after that? Hey, thank you for firing Baker up. You have no idea how badly you just doomed your favorite NFL team. Understandable. Jalen Hurts ran after his Hail Mary like a basketball player trying to rebound his own 3-pointer.
No pressure on the quarterback.
That was a nice, look at that block by Saquon. That was fucking lit.
He's got time in
He does. He doesn't run after it.
a whole pack of people there, and it's in.
Dude, a few things on this Hail Mary, though, like, for real. Number one, so here's Jalen Hurts. He's, like, kind of in frame. You can't really see him. This ball was catchable. In fact, A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith had their hands on this football. Number two, low-key, if that ball got tipped out towards Jalen Hurts, I know he's pretty darn far back. Like, he's 15 yards back right here, plus the end zone. So he's like 20-ish yards back. If that ball got tipped out to him, though, no one's going to tackle him. This low-key is genius. What if this was a designed play? I know this isn't, but what if you designed a play, a Hail Mary play, where you're just playing the tip on purpose? Like, you just have someone who goes up there, your biggest, tallest guy, and all he does is smack the shit out of the football so that someone back here can catch and get it in. I swear that's how half of Hail Marys get caught anyway. It's almost never just a player catches that football up there, comes down with it. It's like some crazy bobble tip and someone randomly catches it. You know, like, what if you designed the play for that purpose? If you can't tell if this is on the quarterback or if it's on the wide receiver, then you don't know ball. Let's find out.
He's going to run up, stop for the safety to stop his body weight, and then take off, and what a move right there. I do think A.J. Brown slowed
What the hell is he doing?
up just a little. Now, did he overshoot him? Yes, but that little subtle...
Did he overshoot him? What do you mean, did he overshoot him? If he's actually running, he doesn't overshoot him. How is Jalen Hurts... What is Romo talking about? Is Jalen Hurts supposed to predict that A.J. Brown will dead stop in the middle of his route? How could you possibly throw that football? I see what he's saying. He's saying A.J. Brown assumes that this big-ass route that he's running, there's no way Jalen could still throw him the football, but what is the point of running the route then? I mean, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. What are your thoughts on Dylan Gabriel's first NFL start? It feels weird to even talk about Shedeur Sanders anymore. Like, it feels like the only reason to talk about this guy is to hate on him. So I don't like to do that, but this was a little weird. So I do want to talk about it. Shedeur Sanders gets asked some questions by reporters, and this is how he responds. And no, your audio in your headset is not broken. He just, like, he pantomimed the answers. He just mimed it. He talked without saying anything. The point he's trying to make is so obvious. He's trying to make the point that even if he says nothing, the media will spin it in a negative way. And I get what he's going for. But this is so obviously bizarre and immature, I suppose would be the word, that of course you're going to continue to get hate for this. It's like people were hating on this, and his defenders are in the comments like, look, he fucking got your ass, bro. He got you. He didn't even say anything, and you're still mad. There's a million ways to say nothing and not do this. You want to know who says nothing and doesn't do this? Every NFL player interviewed ever. You know when NFL players respond with the same 100 things you've heard them, the same rehearsed answer they've always said? That's exactly what they're doing. It's just a loophole. It's not this. I mean, yes, NFL players could all go up there and say, hey, I'm sorry, I don't want to talk about that. But then they get fined. So instead they go, oh, it was a great game, and it was a great game this, and it was a great game that, and whatever they ask Shedeur, like, you know, the NFL wants you to respond with a media-trained answer. Shedeur could have avoided extra hate if he had just given a media-trained answer, but I get what he's saying, though. Like, this is a third-string quarterback we're talking about, now technically a second string since Flacco has been traded to Cincinnati, and Dylan Gabriel's the starter, but I think the real discussion here is reporters and the media are putting Shedeur Sanders in such a difficult position. On literally no other team do we talk about the third-string quarterback. Can you even name the third-string quarterback on any team other than your own team or the Cleveland Browns? I know he's technically not the third string anymore, but like, since when do we interview third-string quarterbacks? Since when are we trying to get clicks out of third-string quarterbacks? Since never. No way Kyler Murray got concussed by a snap hitting him in the helmet.
So here's the
Bonk.
play. Clearly didn't know the ball
Bonk.
was coming. And then he just...
Tough. After everything, tough. Titans fans thanking Kyler Murray for their first win.
Little fist pump.
Thanking Kyler Murray. Thank Amari DeMercado. Thank the Cardinals DB that intercepted a ball and then fumbled it into the end zone. There's so many people to thank, and it ain't Kyler Murray. Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon ripped into running back Amari DeMercado after dropping the ball before crossing the goal line. By the way, fun fact, Jonathan Gannon got fined $100,000 for what you're about to watch.
With JG on the sidelines, the head coach right to DeMercado's face, has some words for him. Clearly not happy. Maybe he's trying to motivate him.
Fucking pissed. Absolutely, unbelievably pissed. Here's the thing. Football's a physical sport. I have no doubt that in practice, players get physical with each other all the time. I mean, we can all remember that clip that got played so much of Travis Kelce getting physical with Andy Reid. Like, I'm gonna be honest, that shit just happens. I don't have an opinion on that. Frankly, Amari DeMercado's an idiot. He dropped the football before a touchdown, and the Cardinals go on to lose. And this lands on Jonathan Gannon, who may or may not get canned, and now he's got one less win on his record. I understand why he's pissed off and frustrated, but it looked less like grabbing him or trying to hype him up or trying, smack on the ass. It looked actually physical, like he was hitting him. And he was pissed, and maybe that is part of football. Like, doing that on the live broadcast mid-game, that is a big mistake by Jonathan Gannon, and he should have been fined for it. So, what goes on behind closed doors is what goes on behind closed doors, but you are held to a higher standard during the game. You are held to a higher standard to the live audience, The Arizona Cardinals within .0001 yards of taking a 28-6 lead. It's actually insane. It's actually insane to choke that game. The 0-5 Jets are the first team in NFL history to force 0 turnovers in their first 5 games. Meanwhile, Justin Fields is now 0-26 when his opponent scores 21-plus points. How this could possibly be on Justin Fields is beyond me. Also, crazy cherry pick stat, but the first part of this is pretty incredible. I have never seen a team force 0 turnovers in their first 5 games. It's crazy to think about, right? Because a turnover is so many different things. A fumble, a strip sack, an interception. There are so many ways to turn the football over. And in many of these games that we're talking about, there's like 4 or 5 turnovers in just one game. And through 5 of them, the Jets did not force a single one. That's crazy. You're a sick person if you enjoy watching Aaron Glenn and the Jets start 0-5. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. Don't give that man the vaccine. He wants to be sick. If that's what being sick means, then let that man be sick. Real talk, when some team is going to get an insane OC when Mike McDaniels gets fired. Yeah, he's getting fired, unfortunately. The NFL is so cutthroat, and no one cares if your team sucks or if it was a close loss. They literally just care about your wins and your losses. And I don't see a world where Mike McDaniels does not get canned. I think he kind of has to. What is wrong with Mike McDaniel?
He was really frustrated at the, just like he's as I was, and
He's just going through it, man. I don't even want to watch this whole clip because it makes me feel bad, but he's just going through it. Imagine knowing you're going to get fired, most likely. Imagine everyone online vilifying you, talking shit about your team. It sucks. I feel for the man. Justin Herbert converting 2nd and 19 and 2nd and 28 just for both to get wiped out by penalties is the most Chargers thing ever.
Over the middle, Johnson's got it.
Yeah, this was a weird game. I think it was 27-10 at the end. Penalties are so brutal in football because I swear to God, you could call a penalty on every single play. You can call a DPI, OPI, offensive holding, defensive holding, false start, offsides on every single play. So when you finally do see the flag, it makes you feel like, ugh, why? Why did you throw it now, bro? You could have been doing that shit this whole time. Oh my God, hey, this is what I'm talking about, gentlemen. Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield this week. 735 total yards, 57 for 67, 85% completion, 6 touchdowns, and a gigantic shootout. And guess what? Both these guys were backups. I don't remember who the starter was on the Panthers. In fact, it might have been Baker. Baker may actually have been the starter this season. I feel like they were both backups. One of them for sure is backup. Maybe they cycled him, but it is so crazy. These guys are on negative, like, couple $1 million deals. Everyone thinks they're out of the league. They're washed. They just played for the Jets and the Browns, respectively. No team truly gave them the chance. Football is so much more than what meets the eye. So much more. This is the best example. This shit gets me amped up, bro. Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold on a random Sunday in October. Tell
player.
him.
I know how hard he
Tell
works.
him. Crazy but true, Spencer Rattler is the first quarterback drafted by the Saints to win a game for them since 1998. I think a big part of the reason is Drew Brees was not drafted by the Saints. Is that correct? I think Drew Brees was drafted by the Chargers and then they got swapped for Philip Rivers. Or am I thinking of somebody else? I don't really know, but I do got to say this. I've been talking shit about Spencer Rattler. He's actually been playing pretty well. I have to rescind my Spencer Rattler comments. I gotta rescind them. It's not all his fault in New Orleans. There's a lot going on there. I got one game ball. Now where's Jake Browning at? Jake Browning is so ass. The Bengals getting Joe Flacco was genius because Jake Browning is super hot ass. And finally, I don't want to go into this. Mark Sanchez, if you want to look it up on your own, you can. I don't recommend it. I don't like looking at negative stuff. Dude, Mark Sanchez, though, who is working with Fox, is facing 2 to 6 years in prison in Indianapolis for beating up like a truck driver. It's such a weird story. There's not a lot of details, and Mark Sanchez's next court date is November 4th. We probably won't hear a lot for a while, but he ain't gonna be on your broadcast, I'll tell you that. And the guy defended himself, pepper sprayed Mark Sanchez and stabbed him. It's crazy. I don't want to talk about it though. Congratulations to everyone reading this on having more net passing yards than Justin Fields today. Fun fact, so yes, he technically had 45 passing yards, but net passing yards includes sacks. The Jets lost 55 yards on sacks. That's crazy. Justin Fields today, 9 passes completed, 9 times sacked, -10 passes. I gotta say, I don't know in NFL history if a player has ever completed as many passes as being sacked without getting injured. I get it. If you throw one pass and then you get sacked and you get injured getting sacked, okay, maybe you've done it before. But to play a full regulation game of football, and this is the result, to some degree, it is Justin Fields' fault for not just stepping up in the pocket and passing the damn ball. There is a level of that. There's also a level of Jets O-line sucks, Jets scheme sucks, Jets offense sucks, Jets wide receivers can't separate from a telephone pole other than my GOAT Garrett Wilson. Free him, trade him right now, trade Garrett Wilson right now. My fantasy team needs it so badly, trade him. The Jets breaking Mark Sanchez out of prison. Oh, I missed you, Ghetto Gronk! I missed you! Yeah, Mark Sanchez facing up to 6 years in prison for assaulting a truck driver. We'll see how that pans out. November 4th, mark your calendars. A lock of... Nope. Sorry, Ghetto Gronk. I love you. I support you. Not the call she adds. Justin Fields trying to make it through TSA to get back to America. They locked me out. Justin, throw the ball downfield. We need to get into field goal range.
Watermelon. Give us the watermelon.
Bro, give me the watermelon, dude.
I love this clip. I love this clip so much. I've never seen a dog so protective over a watermelon. I just want to know how he did it. How'd you convince your dog this was worthy of protecting? Jets fans last week. Well, at least it can't get any worse than this. Watch this. It can get worse, unfortunately. It can. Anthony Richardson seeing Justin Fields walk into the Saints facility for the Taysom Hill job next training camp.
That's their first miss. They were 9 for 9.
Shit! These OPI calls on Stephon Diggs wiped out a 61-yard DeMario Douglas touchdown and a 51-yard Stephon Diggs catch. I have said this so many times in the National Football League, but let's watch the clip first and then I'll tell you the same thing I say every week. This one, I'm specifically looking at this bottom one. This is a horrible call too, but I want to watch this bottom one again and then talk about this. Number one, I mean, this is egregious, pointless, irrelevant, away from the play, stupid fucking ref nonsense. Literal stupid ref nonsense, straight up. This though, this level of touching occurs on every single play ever. Since when the fuck do we call this? Yes, technically, is that OPI? Yes, it is. Congratulations, ref. You want the best over the pants hand job of all time? You want a big old OTPHJ? You want us all to clap it up for you? Why the fuck are you calling that? If you wanted to throw your big yellow flag and swing your little 3-inch dick around, you could call that every play ever. This is football. It's intended to be physical. There is hand fighting on every fucking play ever. There is much more egregious hand fighting on every play I've ever watched. Why are we calling this? How did that first OPI even get called? He wasn't even involved in the play, just calling shit just to call it at that point. I agree. I mean, this one pissed me off because Diggs make the play, but this is probably more egregious, like more out of line to call, because this is so unrelated. You're gonna wipe out a Demario Douglas touchdown because Stephon Diggs is playing fucking patty cake over here at number 4? Legitimately so stupid. Mike Vrabel to the refs in New Orleans. That is illegal. I believe this kid got an assault for that. I do believe. Travion Henderson blocking like a real-life Madden glitch. This is, you know, the more I watch real-life NFL football, the more I realize, like, you know what, EA, your dog shit game, maybe it is emulating real life. Travion Henderson literally blocking Casper the Ghost. He was like getting down and doing like, he was doing pass blocking motions for nobody. You killed the man, but not the idea. All right, Ghetto Gronk, settle the fuck down. Can we settle the fuck down here? Kyler Murray missed today's game due to an injury. Coincidentally, 48 hours after Battlefield 6 released. We're reaching now. I don't think anybody cares about Battlefield 6. Maybe I don't know ball. Maybe they do. George Pickens is objectively hilarious. He is. Look at how he carries the football. He doesn't give a shit. Who carries the football like that? Who carries the ball like that? Hey! Hey! He is legit. I'm not kidding. He's the only player in NFL history that I've ever seen carry the ball like this. Tua Tagovailoa reveals Dolphins players are arriving late and skipping players-only meetings.
Well, I think it starts with the leadership in helping articulate that for the guys, and then what we're expecting out of the guys, right? We're expecting this. Are we getting that? Are we not getting that? We have guys showing up to player-only meetings late, guys not showing up to player-only meetings. Like, there's a lot that goes into that. Do we have to make this mandatory? Do we not have to make this mandatory? So it's a lot of things of that nature.
That is called culture. The culture in the Dolphins organization is that of a losing team. First-hand experience with this, the Detroit Lions had the culture of a losing team forever. It wasn't until we fully cleaned house, Dan Campbell reset everything, traded away Stafford, loaded up on draft picks, and revamped damn near the entire roster that we were able to change the culture. And for this reason, I will not write off Tua Tagovailoa. I will not write him off. I will not say Tua is bad. I will give Tua until Tua gets traded, because he will. Tua is not going to live and die by Miami. That would be a sad, sad fate. Remember when Baker Mayfield was on the Cleveland Browns and people said it was Baker's fault? They said Baker couldn't win in the NFL. They said the Browns whiffed on another bust pick by the Cleveland Browns. All along, it was just the Browns organization as poverty. And Baker Mayfield's now top MVP candidate on Tampa Bay. I will not write Tua off. I don't give a shit what you say on the internet. Guess what, guess what, YouTube commenter? You're just as fucking stupid as me, if not stupider. You're probably dumber than me. And you know why I know that? Because right now you're thinking about how much smarter you are than me, and that just means you're dumber. Tua, after throwing 3 interceptions, searching for the person responsible for the Dolphins losing. Oh, come on. We're counting that last interception, bro. There was 5 seconds left. Right. You know what's so crazy about this? You know what's so crazy? Oh, wow. Amber Alert, that girl I picked up, apparently they found her. It's a joke, guys. It's a joke. Dude, Tua literally mounted a game-winning drive. And with 45 seconds left, Miami Dolphins defense literally instantly, within 15 seconds, put the Chargers in field goal range. They didn't even need, all the Chargers needed was literally 16 seconds on the clock. This ended in a 42-yard catch to get into game-winning field goal range. Yeah, this is Tua's fault, I suppose. Suppose this is Tua's bad. Me trying to run in my dreams. Yeah, this was so funny. I literally saw this and I was like, oh my God, Bucks pick 6. Bucks pick 6. Hey, he fell, but you know what? Get up. You still got tons of room. Nah, back down. You know what? Go for it again. Nah. Wednesday, Jaguars trade for cornerback Greg Newsome. His very first snap as a Jaguar. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Honest to God, though, that's a piss missile throw. That's a beautiful throw. Oh, yeah, we got to talk about my boy Cam Scatterboo. Come on, Scatterboo. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. He's a contact seeker. He's a contact seeker. Let me also say, I don't know who's good at football. That's what I wanted to say. I don't know who's good at football. Philadelphia Eagles, like, every single one of their wins is unimpressive. New York Giants dicked on them. How did that happen? Jackson Dart looking at the Eagles defense. Yeah. Light him up, Jackson. Light him up, Waxen Dart. Brian Dabble saw Russell Wilson throw one pass and immediately cussed out the team doctor to get Jackson Dart back on the field. Yeah, this was Russell Wilson's one opportunity this game. What the fuck? Russell Wilson, you were literally so good on Seattle. One of the best. Top MVP candidate every year for like 5 straight years. What happened? Giants fans watching Jackson Dart versus Russell Wilson. Yay! Yay! Jalen Hurts missed a wide open 90-yard touchdown, but Eagles fans will still swear he's top 5. Oh no. Hug, I have to say it. He's not top 5. He's not top 5. I hate it. I hate admitting that I'm wrong, but he's not top 5. In fact, Jalen Hurts, like, we just watched the clip of Greg Newsome getting torched by Jackson Smith and Jigba. Do you know why that was such a good play? Because Sam Darnold put an absolute perfect ball on his wide receiver in stride. And that's why I'm not going to clown Greg Newsome for this. This isn't even close to that. This DB is fried. He's not even in the vicinity. This is the happiest man alive that he's not going to get chewed out in the film room. Javon Holland's nowhere to be seen either. Neither of these guys have a snowball's chance in hell of defending this pass. If it's anywhere in his catching radius. I mean, Jesus, A.J. Brown could have slowed down 4 yards and he'd still have a yard of separation. If A.J. Brown was 4 yards back here, it's still a ball that you throw because he has a step on the DB. AJ's got 5 steps on the DB. If this ball is... Sorry, this is Devonta Smith. You get my point, though. It doesn't matter who it is. It's... AJ, dude, Jalen Hurts could have thrown this ball within 5-yard radius in any direction. And it's catchable. And he overshoots him over the opposite shoulder. That's such a bad ball. Jalen Hurts when the Eagles need him to actually throw. The Philadelphia Eagles remind me a lot of my Detroit Lions, which is when we're playing from behind, we suck. And when we're playing with a lead, we're the best team in the league. When you watch Philly have a lead and you see them do all this crazy-ass shit with Saquon, you're just like, how could anyone beat this team? You watch them play a game like this, and it's like, hey, could you throw the ball downfield and, like, convert? And they just can't. Devonta Smith, I'm wide open! Jalen, no. This, by the way, lost them the series. I'm not a big baseball guy, but I have been seeing this clip a lot, and I wanted to know the context. This dude muffed the catch and then double whiffed the, correct me if I'm wrong, baseball fans, but this is like missing a game-winning layup. This is like literally missing a game-winning layup. Like, what on earth? So then the Dodgers move on to, I think, like the baseball NFC championship. That's what we're going to call it. The AFC championship of baseball. Also, the Tigers lost to fucking Seattle Mariners in like the 15th inning. I watched that whole game in piss. Oh my God, I just wanted someone to go up there and crank that. She lost to Seattle. That fraudulent ass fuck. The Eagles ran 4 straight tush pushes to score a touchdown. This is not football.
There they go.
You know what I think is funny? Is this exact sequence right here is why the tush push will be banned at the end of this season. They will cite this game and this sequence as to why the tush push should be banned. If you're a delusional Philadelphia Eagles fan, you're getting ready to type up this big, long-winded comment about how you don't have room temperature IQ and how the tush push is unstoppable. Why don't other teams do it? Everybody has access to the same tush push. Get better, learn to stop it, etc. as you're breathing through your mouth like this. And I'm just going to stop you right there. The tush push is legal. The tush push is an excellent play. The Philadelphia Eagles do it better than everybody else. And it doesn't break any football rules. The tush push will be banned because it is bad for the sport. The NFL is not a gigantic circle jerk of who plays the best football. It's not. The NFL is an entertainment sport driven solely by profits. And watching this was the first time that I sat down and said, this is shitty for the sport. This is not entertaining at all. Nobody wants to see this. So congratulations, Philly. Your play is excellent. No one is disputing that. It's good football. No one is disputing that. It is boring as fuck. And the NFL is the only reason the NFL exists is to make money. It's not for a bunch of nerds to circle jerk the best way to get a yard. It is to entertain. For that reason, I strongly believe the tush push will be banned at the end of the season. Come back to this video at the end of the season. I don't give a fuck if you're an Eagles fan or not. I don't give a fuck if you think it's a good play or not. That's not why it'll get banned. It'll get banned because no one wants to see this shit. Let's take a look at what people say about this. Spamming the tush push shows not the effectiveness of it, but the lack of trust the Eagles have in their team to do anything else. I completely disagree. That doesn't make any sense to me. It is an unstoppable, guaranteed yard. If any team had an unstoppable, guaranteed yard, they would spam it. I know this for a fact. I play Madden for a living. I watch these fat loser frauds run the same dog shit play over and over and over just to spam out a yard. And I don't even think it'll get banned because of that. The tush push getting banned has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that it's uninteresting. Content farm. True. This slide this whole thing specifically is a good content farm right here. Clapping the Asian baddie. Certainly true. So Jalen misses one throw and all of a sudden he sucks. Like, let's just be real, okay? As much as I like memes, let's be completely real about this because I've been a little bit delusional in the past. In the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts played spectacular top 5 NFL quarterback football. No question at all. So far this season, absolutely not. He has not played top 5 NFL quarterback. He has missed way too many crucial throws to be considered top 5. He is partially a system quarterback. Any quarterback in a good system is partially a system quarterback. That's just how it works. Like, duh. He's not a system quarterback and he's not bad. He's a good quarterback in a great system. That's how he's played so far this year. I think that's the most realistic evaluation of Jalen Hurts. To say that he's ass is delusional. Jalen Hurts when he can't tush push all the way down the field. Damn. The Giants played really good too. Like, I feel like, you know what's funny to me? The narrative about this game is basically like how Jalen Hurts sucks. What about how well the Giants played? What about how good Cam Scadaboo looked? What about how good Jackson Dart has looked? What about how good the Giants defense is? Third career start and Jackson Dart is already miles better than Jalen Hurts. See? It's all about how Jalen Hurts sucks. It's not about, what about Cam's gotta go? Jackson Dart high-fived the ref who ruled the touchdown short. You know what's crazy when I watch this? That is super illegal. That's a penalty. You're not allowed to touch a ref at all. That's a 15-yard penalty. I could not believe that they didn't throw this. Now, like, here's the thing. If you're an NFL referee and you love the sport and a big play comes in and a player comes up to you, they're excited and they high-five you. The vibes are high. That's a positive thing. Like, I thought it was funny watching it, but I was really shocked that this wasn't a penalty. That's supposed to be a flag. You touch an NFL referee at all, it's literally in the rule book. You touch an NFL referee at all for any reason, 15-yard penalty. Obviously, like, it's in the book, so you can't, like, grab a ref because you're pissed or smack him or whatever, but even, like, a friendly touch is supposed to be a penalty. So I don't know why they didn't call it. Jackson Dart, after playing 6 weeks of football with Cam Scadaboo. It's funny when you watch young players in the league. That is you could not lead with the crown of your helmet. You know what's hilarious about this? You could 100% throw a flag on Jackson Dart for this. You are not allowed to do that. You cannot lead with the crown on offense or defense. That's fucking awesome. The NFL defense is talking about Cam Scadaboo and Jackson Dart.
White men are dangerous.
These white men are dangerous. These white men are dangerous. Gosh, the amount of times I've heard that in my life. Give a brother a break. Golly. Cam Scadaboo and Jackson Dart. Oh my God. Cam Scadaboo and Ryan Fitzpatrick took their shirts off together after the Giants win. Scadaboo's literally Wolverine, bro. He's literally Wolverine. I love Cam Scadaboo. I love Cam Scadaboo so much. My favorite player in the league right now, I gotta say. Cam Scadaboo after his 3rd touchdown of the game.
I will be killing us.
Woo! I'm back, nigga.
Whoa! What? Is that real? Is that a real clip from something? Was that like a voiceover AI dub? Or was that the real clip? Brian Branch really beat Juju's ass. Yeah, dude, there was a fight. There's a fight after the Lions-Chiefs game. I think, I'm gonna be honest, we were kind of being poor sports. The Lions are being poor sports. We took an L, that sucks. They called back my beautiful Jared Goff touchdown, which is absolutely diabolical, by the way, which is completely diabolical. We ran Jared Goff in motion, snapped to David Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown blocked, Jared Goff fumbled it, mossed it, big body, I'm stronger than you, I'm stronger than you, I'm stronger than you, get fucking mossed, fraud. You just got mossed by Jared Goff. You know what's crazy about this play? They didn't throw a flag. There was no flag. And then they all got together and were like, oh yeah, by the way, actually, we should have thrown a flag. Let's just throw it now. What? Since when can you do that? Since when can you rule it a touchdown and then just be like, yeah, we're gonna call that one back. We lost the game. We deserve to lose the game. Then there's a scrap after the game. Brian Branch smacked the fuck out of Juju after the game. So Brian Branch and Mahomes. Mahomes trying to shake his hand, trying to be a good sport. Brian Branch is pissed, doesn't want to hear it. Doesn't want to hear it. Doesn't want to hear it, doesn't want to hear it. Juju Smith-Schuster, he's hype after a big W, a good game. He's amping himself up. He's mean-mugging Brian Branch. He's smirking. He's like, yeah, what's up, bro? But here's the thing. Juju's putting his hands out to say what's up. There's no reason Brian Branch should be doing this. I will not defend my line for this. I just won't. You gotta take your L, bro. You gotta take it's the regular season. These two have no clue what's going on. Juju just got punched in the face, basically. All the reporters are going to Patrick Mahomes to glaze the shit out of him. They don't even realize where the good stuff's going on. Ref couldn't give a shit. Ref's like, the game's over, bro. This ain't none of my business. I can't call a flag on this. You think I'm getting involved? Hey, if the game is going, yeah, I'll get involved. Look at this ref. Couldn't give a fuck else. None of my business. Now Brian Branch is taking on like 6 Kansas City Chiefs at once. Love it. Absolute dog. How are there 6 Chiefs here and Brian Branch gets Juju's helmet off? Honestly, kind of crazy. Now Jack Campbell steps in. Anzalone steps in. Exciting whites. Kirby Joseph's coming in. Amick Robertson. Whole squad's coming in. There's a lot of Kansas City. We're outnumbered in there. League's going to take it. Yeah, he's getting fined for sure. I'm not going to, you know, poor sportsmanship. Poor sportsmanship. Juju Smith-Schuster. Good game, man. Juju, we need to cook. Juju Smith-Schuster during post-game handshakes. Chris Collinsworth running down from the booth and Brian Branch punched Mahomes like that. I'm gonna be so honest, you guys. They gotta fire Chris Collinsworth. I can't fucking stand it. I don't know. I love every other broadcaster that's not Chris Collinsworth. I don't know if he's getting older. I don't know if it's just fatigue. I don't know what it is, but I can't listen to a Collinsworth game. I can't stand him. I can't stand him. Yes, he glazes Mahomes. It's certainly true. Like, he loves Patrick Mahomes. And whatever, broadcasters can really love a player. But he's just a bad broadcaster. He's so not interesting. New rule proposal. If a play is cool enough, it should stand no matter what.
4th and goal. And Goff.
How about this instead, guys? How about if a play's illegal formation, why don't you throw the fucking flag on it? Look at this. I mean, the referee watched this entire play, calls it a touchdown. It's just so bizarre. So that's the interesting thing about this rule, too. And there's a lot of rules like this in the NFL that I truly don't understand. He says, okay, so Jared Goff lined up behind center, so then he must reestablish himself as a running back before he's eligible to catch the football. That's kind of confusing and interesting. Why? This is an entertainment sport. Why can't Jared Goff just catch the pass? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit who declares? Why can't I throw to my center? Why does my left tackle have to declare eligible? Why can't I just throw him the fucking football? How hilarious would that be? What if every single person on my offensive line was eligible to catch a pass on any given play? I think that would be better objectively for the sport. I think it would be more exciting. It would be incredibly stupid. There'd be so many interesting plays out of it. I mean, shit. I have to watch the Philadelphia Eagles run tush-push 11 times a game. You're telling me because Jared Goff didn't appropriately slap his ass cheeks and spread him wide open for the referee that this play was illegal? You're letting him false start on the tush-push 11 times a game. Jared Goff had to appropriately double jerk off the referee before. I'm like, what did he have to do that he didn't do? Would he have to pop a finger up his asshole? Yep, I'm a back. Jared Goff, after the refs called him for illegal motion on his touchdown catch. God forbid a white boy get a little motion. Literally, we live in the white boy motionless apocalypse. Born too early to have a little bit of motion, born too late to have a little bit of motion. I mean, really? Two things can be true, Collinsworth. This is what pisses me off about Collinsworth. Chris Collinsworth watching Mahomes get tackled short of a first down and have to punt.
I want to choke. I want you to touch that loop.
The Chiefs had 0 penalties called on them tonight versus the Lions. They had 0 penalties. This is why it's so hilarious when you watch the Patriots-Saints game. When you watch the Patriots-Saints game and you see the refs literally so trigger happy to call just the most pointless fucking flags ever, it's like, how does another refereeing crew calls 0? I truly think the NFL should just I think the only time a flag should ever be called is if it's so obvious. If it's the worst DPI you've ever seen, the worst holding you've ever seen, clearly unnecessary roughness, then let's call it. But if dudes are just hand fighting, playing football, it ain't about you, ref. Keep your hands in your pockets. It ain't about you. When you're losing, you have to wear normal pants. You can't be a combined 1-11 in these. Not exactly my drip. It's the jogger capris, I guess. I would take Mark Sanchez in his current condition at quarterback over Justin Fields.
Thing you want to say to the people of Indianapolis?
I know.
Oh, geez. Wow. They got his ass as he came out of the hospital?
I'm just focused on my recovery. And
why is he doing that fake-ass whisper voice nonsense? Dude, you got stabbed. You don't have to whisper. This guy beat up a truck driver, and he's like, oh, well, I don't know. Shut up. Doing that fake whisper voice for sympathy, Mark. You ain't fooling me, Mark.
I just wanted to thank the first responders.
And I just, we all make mistakes. I'm not dogpiling on Mark Sanchez. He's clearly going through a lot. Offended that he is using the fake whisper tone to seek sympathy. That does piss me off. Jalen Ramsey pointed at Shedeur Sanders after sacking Dylan Gabriel, telling the Browns to put him in. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Ugh. It's actually kind of cold. It's actually kind of sick. Imagine the media outrage if Shedeur Sanders did this. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I haven't seen this clip a single time. I've not seen that clip one single time. If that was Shedeur Sanders, I would have seen that 100,000 times already. The Steelers are going to what?
We know the Steelers going to try to come in and raw dog us and kill us, but we're going to be ready for that challenge, and we're going to be waiting for it.
He said what he said. Did he stutter? I'm sorry, did he stutter? Panthers running back Rico Dowdle after posting 239 yards versus his former Cowboys team.
Rico, if your message last week was buckle up to the Cowboys, what's your message after the game?
They weren't buckled up.
Well, I mean, it's not Rico Dowdle's fault that he got traded. Rico Dowdle was good for the Cowboys last year. I think that was very good. I think at the running back position, we see talent like come out of nowhere. Every year we see so much talent come out of nowhere in this position, which is also why running backs don't get paid. Because you're telling me that Rico Dowdle can put up the best running back performances in back-to-back weeks? Did anybody realistically know who Rico Dowdle was last year? I mean, I was aware of his name. If you asked me if Rico Dowdle was going to do this on the Panthers, I would have said, hell no. You pretty much got to be like a top 3 running back in the league or you are not getting paid. Jerry Jones to the Cowboys defense after losing to the Panthers. Whoa! Whoa! Rashee Rice pulling up to the Chiefs facility after serving a suspension.
Whoa!
That is just pure adrenaline. You can hear it in his voice. How is someone filming this? Wait, you picked up and started Rico Dowdle this week? Isn't fantasy football so hilarious? Like, you prep and you game plan and you think you make the perfect pick, and then Rico Dowdle, the backup for the Panthers, is just sitting on waiver wire, waiting to be picked up, and he has back-to-back games with over 200 all-purpose yards. I'll do you one better. I have to start Justin Fields this week. I am unironically starting Justin Fields. Before You hate on me. Yes, last week he had 4.9, but in other, like 30, 27, 26, against Carolina, I think Justin Fields is going to be running his little ass off. That's my thought process. The only reason I'm doing this is because my GOAT, Josh Allen, is on a bye. So, also that means Keon Coleman's on a bye. Dalton Kincaid's on a bye. Puka Nakua's sitting. Garrett Wilson's doubtful. My team went from so goated to in the pisser so fast. The Woody Marks League winner hype. Yeah, unfortunately I was on this train too. I remember everyone was scrambling to pick up Woody Marks. Looking at your fantasy lineup 5 weeks into the season, that literally when Puka Nakua got injured, that was me. Puka Nakua was my whole team. Sounds like it's not a bad injury though. We might be all right, Puka. Travis Hunter if he had Chris Olave's target numbers. Shut up. I don't want to hear this yet, bro. I don't want to hear this yet. Finally started Quentin Johnston, and he scored single-digit fantasy points. Yeah, I mean, he could never maintain it. We knew this. Justin Fields for the first 55 minutes of a game. Justin Fields in garbage time. Mahomes, Rodgers, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts. Darren Waller after taking a year off football, literally. Darren Waller is actually cooking. How? He was just sitting on the couch and then he just showed up and bawling out. His name's Emeka Egbuka. People said he was a slot receiver and he'd be the wide receiver 3 in Tampa, but he's actually the wide receiver 3 in all of fantasy football. He's also going to be the offensive rookie of the year. He's also goated with the sauce. Travion Henderson managers watching Ramondre Stevenson still lead the backfield after... Yeah, that's pissing me off. I'm a Travion Henderson enjoyer. Free my boy Travion Henderson. Give the guy a rep or two. Why we got Ramondre Stevenson's washed ass getting carries? You're holding back my GOAT Drake May. You're holding back my GOAT Travion Henderson. Derrick Henry passing the torch. Passing the torch. Are we really putting James Cook in here, though? I mean, Bijan, absolutely. Gibbs, absolutely. Jonathan Taylor, absolutely. James Cook? I don't know. Trevor Lawrence turned into the Jaguars logo on his game-winning touchdown. I will never get sick of watching this game-winning touchdown. This is by far one of the goofiest, stupidest things I've ever seen in my whole life, and it was a game winner against the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. I know they didn't win it this year, but they've won it a million times. It's the same team they just went last year, and this is how they got beat. That's crazy. The creatine Caucasians. I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this name. I'm not here for it quite yet. 363 total yards and 5 touchdowns is crazy, though. This might be the greatest collection of images from any game this season. Jackson Dart leading with the crown directly into a defender. Cam Scattaboo has to backflip. He literally has to. Swag surfing, high-fiving a ref, which is completely a penalty. Cam Scattaboo shirtless with Ryan Fitzpatrick. These two dudes communicate like pit bulls. Just a little bonk. Just a bonk. Give him a bonk. Didn't say shit, just bonk. Giants fans in 20 years watching Jackson Dart push Cam Scattaboo's wheelchair to midfield for the ceremony honoring their Super Bowl team. Bro, if those two win a Super Bowl, I'm actually going to bandwagon. Deadass. I'm switching teams. I've been a Lions fan my whole life. I was a Lions fan when we were 0-16. I've been a Lions fan the last 3 years when we've been the best team in the NFL and we've been robbed of a Super Bowl that we rightfully deserve. I will bandwagon. If Cam Scattaboo and Jackson Dart win a Super Bowl together in New York, I will bandwagon. Cam Scattaboo's going to have the biggest deli sandwich named after him soon. Going to be ordering the Scattaboo and getting 8 different meats and mustard on rye. You're damn right. You're damn right about that. This is Cam Scattaboo. Okay, he's slow, not agile, small, and will probably be a career 3 yards per carry player. But he will willingly give himself CTE on every single touch he gets. Yeah, that's a 4th-round running back, by the way. That's a 4th-round running back, by the way. This guy should have won the Heisman. I remember when Scattaboo was in college, I said he should have won the fucking Heisman, and he should have won the Heisman. Actually, really, I think Ashton Genty should have won the Heisman, but after Ashton Genty, it should have been Scattaboo. Yeah, 0 chance this dude makes it to a second contract. There's a 100% chance he makes it to a second contract. He just wants his helmet to fit right. He's got a little OCD action. 32 NFL teams watched Cam Scattaboo do this and decided he was a 4th-round pick. Freak. This was against Texas. It's against Texas in the college football playoffs, bro. Everybody thought this is the game that ASU would finally get exposed because it's like, oh, it's Texas, bro. It's Texas. They should have won this game. They kind of choked it. Freak. Look at this run. This is the best run from the game right here. Look at this shit. Philadelphia fans had one of the worst 4-hour stretches in sports history on Thursday night. Eagles blown out by the Giants. That was bad enough. Everyone has been trying to give me a good analogy, because I don't really watch baseball, but everyone's been trying to give me a good analogy for this Phillies elimination. Turns out this was absolutely horrible. Like, this was one of the most heartbreaking, saddest, criminal chokes. And I don't watch NHL either, but the Flyers lose season opener to the Panthers. This was apparently so bad. The Bills, Dolphins, and Jets seeing the Patriots back atop the AFC East standings once again. It's really too easy.
You could not live with your
You
own
couldn't live with your own failures. Where did that bring you?
Where did that bring you?
Back to Drake May, baby. Back to Drake motherfucking May. And just like that, it's 2007 again. Colts Steelers. That's actually crazy. That is crazy. Who were the quarterbacks in 2007 for these teams? Steelers would have been Ben Roethlisberger. Chargers would have been Phillip Rivers. Patriots would have been Tom Brady. And Colts would have been Peyton Manning? It was Peyton Manning. He led the team to a victory. And wow, they won the Super Bowl that year. Damn, it really is 07 again. A team that lost 30-0 to the Carolina Panthers just beat the Buffalo Bills. How is this league even real? Frankly, any given Sunday. I think the only true thing I understand about the National Football League is any given Sunday. Any given Sunday, your team could win or lose. If it's your poverty franchise, they can still squeak out a W. If it's your goated dynasty, they could still get clapped by that poverty franchise. There is not a single contender or elite dominant team right now. NFL is so back. I agree. It's nice to have no undefeated teams. It's nice to really not know. I still think the Detroit Lions are going. It's pretty obvious that this is our year. Everyone knows it, myself included. But me attempting to figure out who the top 3 teams in the NFL are. Detroit Lions, for sure. Unironically, unbiased, top teams in the NFL. Detroit Lions, Kansas City Chiefs, Indianapolis Colts. That's the top 3, in that order, too. Lions, Chiefs, Colts. In that order. But MMG, the Chiefs beat the Lions. Shut up, bitch. Shut up, you little bitch. You think I think with logic? You think I think with rationale? You think I use data analytics or even listen to a single thing you say? Your comments go in one ear and out the other. They go through my eyes and out the back of my head. I don't even really see them. Nothing you say matters to me. I will believe delusionally whatever I believe. I don't care what facts you offer me. I don't care what advice you give me. I don't care how good your reasoning is and how great your arguments are. You're wrong and I'm right. That's how it works. Realizing that the Chiefs are going to have a cakewalk to another Super Bowl this year. No, they're not. The Chiefs are not going to the Super Bowl. That team is ass. They're not even top 5. That's the top 3, in that order, too. Lions, Chiefs, Colts. Before you comment, remember what I just said. Okay, before you comment, remember what I just said. Me when I find the guy who thought having 2 Monday Night Football games on at once was a good idea. Yeah, why do they do that? Is it like a scheduling issue or something? Because it's always pissed me off. And they're always 1 hour staggered. Like one starts at 4:15 and one starts at 5:15. It's like the worst. The timing of it is horrible. I don't know why they do that. The Patriots lost Tom Brady, became one of the worst teams in the football, and found their next Tom Brady all before Josh Allen could reach a Super Bowl. And you know what they had to do it? They had to get rid of Bill Belichick. Isn't that kind of crazy to think about? Bill Belichick, low key, in those post-Brady years, that Patriots team was doing this. It's kind of crazy to think about. Now Bill Belichick's over at UNC. UNC's big time struggling. I don't want to take anything away from Bill Belichick, but some small part of me is thinking Tom Brady made Bill Belichick look better than he was. I don't know nearly enough ball to actually say that, but it is kind of crazy that, like, this team got so much better once Belichick left. Maybe Belichick was good, now he's just old. Maybe Belichick's busy banging his 23-year-old girlfriend. Josh Allen, when he doesn't have James Cook, and his opponents aren't the Dolphins, Jets, Saints, and Ravens. Nathan Peter Goat? I'm always down for a little Nathan Peter Goat highlight reel. Tell him what, Peterman? Bro thinks he's Patrick Mahomes. Bro thinks he's Patrick Mahomes. He's better by a million miles than Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes is not even a top 32 NFL quarterback. I would take Tua Tagovailoa over Patrick Mahomes. I'm not even kidding. You'll never be able to guess which one of these was ruled a catch and which one was ruled incomplete. Yeah. We call this Chiefs magic. I'm probably the last guy who's legitimately going to complain about the refs losing us a game. I'm really pretty much never going to do that. I think that shit's corny. This was a horrible call, though. How the fuck is that a catch? How is this not a catch? Well, you can't use the ground to catch the football. If you can use the ground to catch a football, no one would ever drop a ball ever. That's crazy. Bijan Robinson now leads the league in total yards through 6 weeks, and he missed week 5. Bijan Robinson is so good. Bijan Robinson is actually the best running back in the NFL. Like, he actually currently is better than Saquon, and he is better than Derrick Henry. I understand those guys have been in the league longer. They have better career stats. They're more storied. They'll go to the Hall of Fame. Bijan's still got a long way to go. If I'm starting an NFL Dynasty right now and I get one player for 1 year, I'm taking Bijan Robinson. Yeah, I legitimately, unironically, I know I was clowning around before. I actually think Bijan Robinson is the best back in the league right now. He plays better than any other running back right now. This has nothing to do with the fact, by the way, that he's carrying my fantasy team. It has nothing to do with that. It's simply a happy coincidence. A Jake Moody kick beats Deebo Samuel's team, and you expect me to believe that this league isn't scripted.
Snap a bit high.
Yeah, this shit's crazy. If you don't get the context, when Deebo was on the Niners and so was Jake Moody, Deebo was talking shit to Jake Moody because Jake Moody was kind of sucking ass. 49ers cut Jake Moody because he did suck ass. Bears pick him up, activate him from the practice squad, and then Jake Moody hits a game winner against the Commanders where Deebo Samuel got traded to off the Niners. I think it should be noted that the Bears already would have had a 25-24 lead, but Jake Moody already missed a kick in this game. So yes, Jake Moody drew the game winner. That's very exciting, but he literally already missed one. Jake Moody is still costing Deebo Samuel games. Can't escape it, Deebo. You just can't escape it. Jake Moody to 49ers fans after kicking the game winner for the Bears. Tell him, fuck you, and fuck you. Tell him. Congratulations to Mitch Trubisky on kicking the game-winning field goal. He does kind of look like it. He low-key does. If you combine Mitch Trubisky and Cam Scatterbo, you get Jake Moody, Bears kicker. There's holes to run through. There's massive holes to run through. And then there's the Dallas Cowboys defense. Yeah, I mean, we're gassing Rico Dowdle up. And I will, because Rico Dowdle's been great. But literally every single team that plays the Dallas Cowboys has a career offensive day. The Dallas Cowboys defense is one of the worst I've ever seen. In like recent memory, I can't think of a defense this bad. Like let's look at the Dallas Cowboys game scores. Literally every single game is a slug out. 20-24 with the Eagles, 37-40 against the Giants, 14-31 against the Bears, 40-40 against the Packers, 37-22 against the Jets, 27-30 against the Panthers. It's actually, that's the kind of football I do enjoy watching. I think football's a lot more fun to watch that way. Some people love good defensive football. Not a fan of it. I like to see scoring. I like offense. So Dallas Cowboys, always a good watch. Outside of that, as far as winning games is concerned, a little spotty. All right, before I go, it's Bengals versus Steelers as I'm recording this. You guys have definitely already seen it. I have to imagine this is going to be an utter mid-fest. Trey Hendrickson's not in. Bengals have Joe Flacco now at starting quarterback. I think this is going to be a spectacularly uninteresting Thursday night football game. That is my prediction. We shall see. 40-year-old Joe Flacco versus 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers in the Unk Bowl. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 1-2. 1-2 in the Unk Bowl. Damn, he got in the Unk, got in the super mega ultra old Unk, got in the sucker punch, and big Unk still took him down. Short Unk is chopped. Somebody take away my internet access. I'm serious, dude. Do you ever sit down and think that the Amish are genius? The Amish have been onto something this whole time. What are we doing? 40-year-old Joe Flacco tonight. 342 yards, 66% completion, 3 touchdowns, 108.6. And he's got like 5 kids. I tell this story a lot, but I was in Vegas watching David Copperfield, just some dumbass magic show. It's really, really interesting, actually. And guess who's sitting in the front row? Joe Flacco, his wife, and like 5 or 6 children. That guy just tore up Aaron Rodgers. Tonight's game showed why Mike Tomlin was pissed at the Browns for trading Joe Flacco to the Bengals.
Honestly, it was shocking to me. Andrew Berry must be a lot smarter than me or us, because it doesn't make sense to me.
It's fucking pissed. We call that the division tax. If you trade within the division, there's supposed to be an extra tax. You just handed the Bengals Joe Flacco? What are we doing? Mike Tomlin looking for Browns GM Andrew Berry.
To him.
Why do you have a shotgun?
I just want to talk to him.
Dad, this is ridiculous.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to shoot him.
Joe Flacco on Mike Tomlin, and Andrew Berry's just loving it. After Andrew Berry and the Browns picked up a big win against the poverty Miami Dolphins, but it was a big win. Aaron Rodgers was not happy getting tackled by his 300-pound left tackle.
Finally getting him involved, too. 8 catches.
He wasn't trying to tackle him, it's just that's Unk, bro. Broderick Jones, you're way too fucking big to be doing it. Broderick Jones doing that shit that your girlfriend does, except this guy's 310 pounds. Unk's too old for that shit. Unk's too old for that shit. Aaron Rodgers yelling at Broderick Jones. Oh no. Prepare yourselves. Chase and Higgins looking at Flacco when they have Jalen Ramsey in cover 2. Jalen Ramsey, barbecue chicken. Jalen Ramsey was getting cooked. He was getting filleted. Jalen Ramsey trying to cover Jamar Chase. It's simple, actually. Just keep throwing it to Jamar Chase every play, and you don't get benched. That's all you gotta do. Jake Browning, super hot ass. Hey, Burrow, Joe Flacco's here. We're all good.
Hey, LeBron. Ben Simmons is here.
Just one of the worst takes of all time. I've got some bad takes on the internet, but
we're all good.
It's one of the worst. Gentlemen, football is here, and my sponsor, Underdog's got you covered. Remember, use promo code MMG when you sign up. You'll get $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. It does not matter if you win or lose. Playing Underdog is simple. You just pick higher or lower on player stats for a shot to win real money. It's available in 30-plus states, including Missouri, Georgia, and Texas. Let's make this season a banger, boys. Use that promo code MMG. Enjoy the rest of the video. Joe Flacco could not believe that Jamar Chase dropped a pass on his 19th target.
Yeah, what's the deal? He said, wait a second.
Dude, Jamar Chase had like 23 targets. If he's on your fantasy team, you're sleeping good. The cuck tush push is crazy. He's just watching the tush push from the cuck chair. There's nothing wrong with watching from the cuck chair. Sometimes you can't do it right. You got to get a real man who can do it. I'm sorry. Take my internet access away. Eagles false start, not a penalty. Steelers false start.
Putting him in there, sometimes it can affect the rhythm. Really see the whole right side of the offense.
I mean, the Steelers were like, hey, listen, the refs are letting the Eagles do it every week. Why don't we fucking do it? I mean, shit, if they're not going to call this, then... Joe Burrow looks like someone who was cast to play J.J. McCarthy in a movie about Justin Jefferson. You never see Joe... Whatever, bro. Fuck Joe Burrow. When you're down and injured, but still got to hit the handshake with the homie. Cramping. Yeah. Well, it's because he's cramping, okay? If it was a real injury, we're not doing that. That was basically saying, you're all right. Aaron Rodgers hits a smelling salt and launches a Hail Mary. He did it again? He probably does it on every play. Because otherwise, this is the easiest tell of all time. Oh, wait, no. This is the final play of the game. Because remember the other week where he did that and then launched one to DK? This was a sick-ass Hail Mary, by the way. This was a perfect Hail Mary. Perfectly covered, perfectly launched football. Like, that's how you fucking throw a Hail Mary, bro. This is why I always say there should be like a design Hail Mary play where you just play the tip on purpose. Because if there's a Steelers player right here, this is a touchdown. No, everybody's looking at the ball. Everybody's always looking at the ball. Why don't you just get Darnell Washington down there to slap it to somebody else? I'm gonna say this every single week until they do it. The Steelers trying to enter contender talks without embarrassing themselves. What the hell is this? Where's this clip? Oh, it's brutal. What is he trying to do? How did that occur? How did that happen? Oh no, he's trying to use his foot to kick the door. Tua turned the ball over today versus the Browns. 12 for 23, 100 yards, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He got benched for Quid Ewers. Miami's in piss. Tua sprinting to the podium to throw his entire team under the bus again after another 3 interception game. Slow him down, Tua, now! Tua leading the Dolphins' next players-only meeting.
Guys, coach is right. If you want to win this, it's on us. Shut the fuck up.
This is one of my favorite clips of all time. Brian Flores in 2021 being 100% right about Tua turned the ball over. That is brutal. He knows it's him. He just can't prove it. Tua is the Miami Harbor Butcher. The Giants lost this game. Yeah, it's fun. It's insane. It's actually insane. It's actually insane that Jackson Dart would go in there and put up another beautiful touchdown and they would still lose this game. How brutal is that? Who's the Giants kicker? So I think the Giants kicker is supposed to be Graham Gano, but he's injured. So right now it's Luke McAtamney, who's some guy that they like activated from practice squad, and he fucking blows. Dude, he missed 2 extra points. I know that like, you know, extra points aren't the gimme that they were 10 years ago when it was like, you guys remember that, by the way? We've had this new extra point rule for so long. You guys remember that extra points used to be high school extra points? And they were actual, like, kickers were like 99.8% accurate. Every kicker in the league was on PATs. Now they're not a given. You can really shank that shit. Turn that off. The game is over. Wow, the game's over. You know how many Giants fans went to bed? You know how many Giants fans went to bed? Cinema. Theo Johnson, the Immaculate Reception. Cinema. Oh, and I love this music. Bro, why'd they go so hard on the Interstellar soundtrack? Why'd Hans Zimmer whip out his fat fucking cock? My bad. I got a little gay there for a second. But this music, it'll turn a guy gay. Bo Nix and Jackson Dart on a random Sunday in October. Pretty much. I mean, basically, same teams and everything. Imagine coming in on Tuesday and learning this is going to be you.
Flores said he had something in store. Take a look here.
Brian Flores is actually a genius.
Right over Jurgens,
Brian Flores
the
is
center.
a damn
They're
good
holding him
defensive
from being offsides, but
it was a really good attempt. They still couldn't get it. Brian Flores giving rookie Tyler Batty the game plan to defend the tush push.
They expect one of us in the wreckage, brother.
Patrick Mahomes faked the fake snap.
Tried to draw him offside.
Fucking never fucking work, man.
Nice hot mic. Nice hot mic.
Says, Coach, it doesn't. Oh, there they go. He was faking it. There they go.
Am I supposed to believe that a single player on that Raiders defense bid on that? Yes. Yes, you're beating up on the Raiders. And yes, the Chiefs are a good team. And yes, Mahomes is a good quarterback. Not a single fucking player on that defense moved. That play was going to work no matter what. It didn't matter they did all that shenanigans. Chris Jones out here drinking vodka on the sideline up 31-0.
In this one, they've scored in every.
I knew a guy like this at football practice. He'd put his water in a vodka
quarter
to be funny. I mean, there's nothing says you can't do it. Rasheed Rice showing up to Arrowhead. Is that a car? Mahomes to Rasheed Rice, who speeds through traffic.
Say that again.
What do you mean by that? Ooh, you could do that for so many players. Rasheed Rice speeds through traffic. Jordan Addison speeding down the sideline. Ray Rice beating his girlfriend. That one doesn't apply nearly as much. Drake May has the best balls in the league. That is a core. Oh, Drake May actually kind of does, bro. Drake May is top 5 in NFL MVP voting right now. Drake May. Oh. There's nothing funnier than an O-line celebrating a penalty on 4th down.
It's them to jump.
Hey! Hey, Riz! Big boy, he got a pancake too. Brian Thomas Jr. sophomore season highlights. Yeah, what a fall off, bro. Brian Thomas Jr. ended last season with just an absolute monster. Truly an absolute monster. Travis Hunter scores his first career touchdown. Chris Paul, is this the dagger? Hits a huge 3 to cut the lead down to 42. The Jaguars leave in London after playing the Rams. That's brutal, bro. You gotta fly cross country just to get your ass handed to you, just to fly back to Jacksonville. Brutal. Demaryius Thomas passed away at age 33 in his Ring of Fame introduction game. The Broncos scored 33 points in the 4th quarter, had 2 8-point drives. Defense recorded 33 solo tackles, and they started the game-winning drive with 33 seconds left. That's kind of awesome. Rest in peace, Demaryius Thomas. MM yelling, oh, hand not finishing the last side. What the fuck is this supposed to say? Are you telling me the last side is bad and I'm gonna start yelling and say something bad? Cam Scadaboo seeking out CTE when he's already 3 feet in the end zone. I love Cam Scadaboo. Come here, bitch! I mean, he was gonna hit him. He was going to hit Scadaboo. He was just leveling shit out. I'd be pissed. I'd be so pissed. Brian Burns is sick of Giants defensive coordinator Shane Bowen's play calling stupid ass shit, dropping 8 in coverage. It was actually horrendous play calling. If you allow 33 points in any quarter with the lead, it is by default horrendous play calling. For you to allow 0 points the entire game, then 33 in the 4th quarter, which is like second most in NFL history, it has to be your fault. Especially when your defense is this bad. The Giants would be 4-3 instead of 2-5 if their defensive coordinator were smarter than the average Madden player. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how teams still do this. With 33 seconds on the clock, how do you still send 3? Why are we in prevent? I don't know how we still do it. Giants defensive coordinator Shane Bowen checking his email on the flight back to New York. I finally understand the context of this clip. This guy got slipped a note that the cartel was gonna whack his ass. And he was like, damn, I look fly at least. I'm gonna finish my song. And then you can get me. Doesn't seem like I've got a say in it. NFL teams have won 1,600 consecutive games when leading by 18 plus with 6 minutes left. That's not what Meatball Brian Daboll has to say about it. Come on! Giants players to kicker Jude McAtamney after this game. Yeah, I need to figure this out. Why is that kid even on the roster? Yeah, he got released. I was about to say, he absolutely has to get canned. There's no way he doesn't get canned. 9 for 12 on extra points. Yeah, that shit doesn't even fly in college. The kicker against the Eagles this Sunday is likely to either be Graham Gano, should he be ready to come off IR. Okay, so Graham Gano was on IR, or former Atlanta Falcons. Oh my God, I fucking forgot. Younghoe Koo is a free agent. He's on, oh no, he's not. He's on the Giants practice squad. So they could elevate him from the practice squad or get Graham Gano in there. Been a weird year for the kicker this year. Justin Tucker's out. Brandon Aubrey's still the GOAT. Packers kicker hit a 61 recently against the Cardinals, and it was a fucking bomb. It was a huge kick. The power of shit talk healed Abdul Carter. Heal him, resurrect him. He's so hurt, he's so hurt. Broncos are talking shit. So what'd you say? What'd you say? I'm him. I'm him. I'm up. They did all that just to lose. Michael Penix Jr. when Bijan isn't taking his check down for 75-yard touchdowns. You know, I do like when Bijan does that too. Michael Penix Jr. reading NFL defenses.
You will be beginning the popcorn reading for the class today. Go ahead, start with chapter 1. Go ahead, start reading.
Look at him. Girl, all that wants for me to read. Girl, he don't have to read in high school.
The Falcons only had 10 guys on defense with the game on the line and gave up a 3rd and 13 to Seal. Oh my God, they only had 10 people out there? How do you fuck that up? That is a very Atlanta Falcons way to lose the game. I'll put it that way. A.J. Brown dissing Jalen Hurts. That's why you throw me the fucking ball. What the fuck is that? Just throw the fucking ball.
Back into the day.
It's not, he's not really dissing Jalen Hurts. That's just how athletes talk sometimes. And I don't like to think, though, that A.J. Brown actually dislikes his Super Bowl champion quarterback, because that team is incredible. I think A.J. Brown perfectly personifies the diva wide receiver. He is the diva wide receiver that truly believes that he's looking at the Bengals game with envy. The Bengals aren't going to make the playoffs, most likely. Maybe they will. It's possible. But he looks at that Bengals game and sees Jamar Chase get 25 targets, and he's just salivating. Jalen Hurts, after the Eagles, reminded him that A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith are on his team. Like we all didn't say he can't throw, huh? Like we all didn't say he can't throw the football, right? Vikings, Carson, go win this game. And the QB1 job is yours. What do you think, Carson? Carson Wentz revenge game. Carson Wentz revenge game. All these years later, and Carson Wentz is still throwing touchdown. You knew this was coming, though. You knew this was coming. The very second he threw it, it's like, here comes the clip. Vikings cornerback Isaiah Rodgers shared screenshots of racist DMs he received from a fan after today's loss to the Eagles. Are they actually racist? Good fucking shit, fuckface. You suck. 3rd down. You know it's a pass. You just gave the Eagles the win. Good shit. You're worse than I bro my bad? Just lock in? What do you mean I bro my bad just lock in? What do you mean? You can't just rip the hard R and compare him to Hitler and then just hit him with the bro my bad? The internet is poison. The internet is a place that no human should be allowed on. Are you kidding me? If you're gonna rip the hard R, you better stand on business, son. You should have said my good. You should have said, I'm locked in. I said what I'm just kidding. Okay, I took it too far. The crazy thing is people on, like, it's just the internet, bro. You're on the internet too much. You start to think you can act that you can say shit like this to people. Also, the funny thing is this kid's probably sent this message to 500 athletes and none of them screenshotted it and sent it or really checked, but Isaiah Rodgers was just not the one to fuck with. That is crazy. That's crazy. Oh, this is supposed to say MM yelling no and not finishing the last slide. Oh, it's the M yelling oh, so I'm going, wow. He was there. He was pretty close. He was actually pretty fucking close, but I finished it. Daniel Jones leaving New York for Indianapolis. Tell him. Me. I can feel it. Daniel Jones is a savage. The Colts currently have the most efficient offense this century. Holy fuck. That's actually insane. That's legitimately insane. I will say it's much harder to keep that up for 16 weeks. Sorry, 16 games, which is now 17 games. If they continue to do it, I will be so shocked. I do think, like, inevitably, this team has to slow down a little bit. I think the pace that they're playing at is just far too good. You cannot tell me that this Indianapolis Colts will actually finish the season more efficient than Tom Brady's Patriots or prime Patrick Mahomes Chiefs with Tyreek Hill, or 2020 MVP Aaron Rodgers with Devontae Adams, or the 2020, you just can't. I'd love to see it, but I'd be real shocked. I think they're going to slow down a little bit. It won't matter. They're still playing. Daniel Jones versus Drake May. I'd love to see that. Are you kidding me? Colts Patriots again? I'd love to see that shit. Pickens and CD had Marshawn Lattimore on the sideline crying. George Pickens was low-key whooping his ass. George Pickens was whooping his ass. I guess CeeDee Lamb was too, but I really feel like George Pickens was getting the better of him. Literally just so physical. It's just great physical football. I don't think you should be calling anything on this either. This is what I was talking about earlier about like hand fighting. Receivers do this shit all the time. Yes, technically that's a DPI, but Pickens got a hand on him too. That's just how physical football is. No penalty, shouldn't be. George Pickens just caught that shit. Great ball by Dak too. Come on now. Having this graphic pop up on you at the end of the third quarter is insane. Oh no. Oh no. Since the first quarter, really? Geno Smith after passing for 67 yards. What is this clip from? Is this from like a flag football event? Raiders fans trolling Geno Smith after he was benched for backup quarterback Kenny Pickett.
Let's go. Kenny Pickett.
Why would you troll your own quarterback? That's got to be a Chiefs fan doing that, right? There's no way. Why would you do that to your own quarterback? Geno Smith is the worst starting quarterback in the NFL. Tua. Hey!
All right. Whoa.
Tua really threw an interception during an in-game update about his other interception.
Update. Adam Shine.
Jim and Tony, when it rains, it pours for the Dolphins. This right here is Tua Tagovailoa's second pick of the game. It led to Quinton Junkins in his third touchdown of the game. And literally as we speak,
yikes.
Tua threw another pick. 31.
Yikes. That's brutal. Tua, how many chances am I going to give you, bro? How many times am I going to sit on this channel and say I'm not ready to give up on Tua? Tua definitely has CTE because what is he rambling about?
Yeah, definitely not happy, not proud of where I'm at with my play, with how I've gone about things this year.
Sounds about right so far.
I know I got to be a lot better, and I've been better for the Miami Dolphins years past, but this isn't years past. This is this year, right? And just trying to maneuver everything and trying to build a collection of guys to kind of bring along with me, and I got to be able to multitask if that makes sense.
All right, I agree. What the fuck are you yapping about?
To do that, and while doing that, kind of continue to get the whatever it was last year and the years prior for myself to get going again.
Is the implication that there was like a super good year of Tua Tagovailoa football? It was pretty good. I mean, there were better years. This is the worst year by far. He's correct about that, but is that what I sound like when I'm MM yapping about MM dementia nonsense? Do I sound like that? Golly, I gotta lock in. Tua Tagovailoa trying to remember which team he's supposed to throw the ball to.
Hold on, god damn it.
God damn it.
Shit.
Oh, shit. Tua Tagovailoa after throwing 3 interceptions knowing he gets to play Monopoly with his kids later. Monopoly's a banger game. I'll never forget playing Monopoly with my family. You know, I could never tell when my dad was letting me win in Monopoly or when I actually got good enough to legitimately win in Monopoly. Because I know there were ages where, like, they were trading me, like, the good card for the bad card because they felt bad for me because I was a stupid little inbred 5-year-old. But at some point, I do think I was legitimately winning in Monopoly. I understand, many of you do not have that memory because you don't have a father figure in your life. Everyone point and laugh. Tua Tagovailoa is now 7-11 since this moment. He's having fun. That looks really fun. I don't know. If I was in attendance and they gave a mic to my QB. Dylan Gabriel to Tua after the game.
Yeah, hey, keep going. Stop taking those hits.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
yeah.
Look, come here. Learn from those mistakes, and everything that you got, bro, is in you.
It is so ironic. Like, you could tell how Caleb's like, shut the fuck up. during this clip. CJ Stroud hasn't done dick since this clip. Mike McDaniel walking into the Dolphins facility Monday morning. Oh, God. What's all this? Sean Payton said he was hoping Russell Wilson would still be the starter when the Broncos played the Giants.
Found a little spark with that quarterback. I was talking to John Mayer not too long ago, and I said we were hoping that change would have happened long after our game. You know, they found a little spark with that quarterback.
Oh, I see what he's saying. They found spark with Jackson Dart, and he was hoping that it would still be Russell Wilson. Sean Payton's kind of sadistic like that. Sean Payton is an incredibly interesting coach to me. Definitely has some spitefulness to him. Former Bucks, hey, yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Doug Martin. He passed away at the age of 36. Yeah, it's a really interesting story. I don't like to go into these too much because they're kind of negative, but there was a brief struggle and then they detained Doug Martin. Police were called to his house. He became unresponsive while in custody, was transferred to the hospital. He was pronounced dead. We don't really know what's happened here yet. Same thing with the Mark Sanchez. As you guys probably heard that story, Mark Sanchez got in a fight with a truck driver, and the truck driver, defending himself against Mark Sanchez, stabbed Mark Sanchez. And we haven't even gotten to the court date of that yet. The court date on that's November 4th. So we'll see what happens. The scariest thing here would be if there's some foul play involved, but it's just so interesting. So the police were called at 4:15 a.m. and there was kind of a scuffle. Then they arrested him and he dies. It almost sounds drug related, but I don't want to speculate. There's no point in speculating. In more heartbreaking NFL news, Giants DC Shane Bowen was fine. Dad, tell me about the first 6 games of 2025 Baker Mayfield. You don't want to know about that shit, son? It was so fire. Then he played the Detroit Lions and he was super hot fucking ass. Super hot ass. Baker Mayfield, as soon as he started getting MVP hype. Truly realize just how jacked NFL players are because they're truly the only people on earth who look not stupid as fuck in football pads. Like, did you guys watch that Chad Powers shit? I didn't even watch it. I just saw clips of it on Twitter. I'm not gonna shit talk it because I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna say that. But what I will say is looking at like Chad Powers in the football uniform, it just is so obvious to me that he's not an NFL player. It's just so obvious. Or when you see kickers in their pads, it's like you are standing out to me so obviously. Like this just looks so I know he doesn't have pads on and shit, but I don't know. Baker Mayfield versus the Lions tonight. Lions defense to Baker tonight. It was a bold takeoff attempt. It was a bold runaway attempt. Baker Mayfield trying to join MVP talks after tonight.
What the fuck?
Dude, like, come on, be real. Mike Evans returning to the lineup tonight after missing the last 3 games. So sad. No! Mike Evans' 1,000-yard streak is over because of injuries.
Bullshit! I've never been so pissed in my whole life. And this murder Charlie Kirk right here in Utah. I'm so freaking pissed right now. This is bullshit. I just saw blood squirting out of his neck. I love that guy. He would have been our next president. I am so pissed right now.
Is this a real clip? I fully understand being frustrated. I don't understand why he's filming himself being frustrated. The internet is so weird, bro. People will go through the most traumatic or exciting moments in their entire lifetime, and they will legitimately whip their phone out to record it. And that shit makes me cringe so fucking hard. This was ruled a catch and a first down. Lions challenged the catch, lost the challenge in a timeout, but after a second look, officials ruled the receiver short, not with the Lions challenged, gave the Lions the ball along with their challenge in timeout despite losing the challenge. Well, if I can correct this real quick, we were never challenging whether or not it was a catch. Were we not challenging the spot of the football? I thought it was very clear that he did catch the football, but his knee is so clearly down here, and it's close as shit, but it kind of looks like that pylon's right on this. I think it should have stood. I do think the refs were in our favor this game. I think this should have stood, but that's just too close to call. It's too close to like go into the booth and overturn it. It's just like the thing they did against us with the Chiefs when the refs took a look at it and then Jared Goff was like illegal motion. That was so stupid. Tez Johnson on a hot mic. This is my shit. Hot mics on primetime games are elite. Hot mics on primetime games are elite. That was like a double hot mic. Gotta love the hot mics in football. You know, with the progression of the internet and streaming and ways that you can watch games, there should be an R-rated NFL stream where, you know, you gotta do age verification because kids shouldn't be hearing it. But why don't you just mic up all of our favorite players? And every single play, I want to hear the mic'd up shit. I want to hear Jalen Ramsey talking shit. I want to hear Jamar Chase talking shit. I want to hear George Pickens. Give me a George Pickens hot mic for the whole game. I want to hear exactly what he's saying. I mean, you already got the accidental hot mics. Why don't we just make it on purpose? NFL memes to heal Cam Scadaboo's ankle. Please. I'm surfing in San Diego for a week, so I have no furniture. It's kind of scuffed. Just be a good little viewer monkey and enjoy your memes. Just sat down for dinner. Immaculate refresh pull first. What are you 6 years old? You think I give a shit how much furniture's in my house? I'm not mouth breathing. Immaculate refresh pull. I don't know why I did all that. I don't know what I did all that for. Daniel Jones leaving New York for Indianapolis. Stranger to you and me. If you watch the original, I don't remember what the original movie's called. For this scene is imitating, but it's so good. Indiana Jones' aura is on another level right now. I don't know if I already. No, I didn't already do these memes, did I?
Those of us on the outside, I think, are a little surprised at just how well.
Surprised?
Season. What do we need to know about?
What are you surprised about?
Maybe we didn't know going into the year.
I mean, I don't know. Sounds like y'all didn't know much, but
sounds like y'all didn't know much. Yeah, tell him, Danny Dimes. Look at me glazing Daniel Jones. Like I didn't literally eviscerate Daniel Jones for the last 2 years. I laughed at so many Danny Dimes memes over the last 2 years, and now he's gonna win MVP, and he's him. Oh, I did already look at this. I did already look at all of these. Turns out I'm just a big fraud. Mahomes got the Ravens grounded. I haven't looked at this yet. We're okay. MM dementia? Lock in. Ravens removed distractions from locker room, including ping pong table, video game consoles, basketball hoop, and cornhole boards following loss to the Chiefs and a 1-5 start. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Pretty understandable. Pretty understandable. It's kind of crazy they have any of those things in there anyway. I guess I don't know what those locker rooms look like. I've never seen an NFL or a college locker room with a basketball hoop in it. Do they have like a sick locker room or something? John Harbaugh when Lamar isn't healthy enough to save his job.
No more refills! Give me back them toys and freeloaders! Show's over, cheapskate!
Wow, I never thought we'd see the day, man. I mean, come on, what do you expect? Lamar Jackson's the MVP. Would the Bills be good without Josh Allen? Would the Chiefs be good without Patrick Mahomes? Come on. Come on, I don't know. This picture was taken 2 days before the Ravens played the Chiefs. Shut up, this is not real. Is this real? That's actually kind of lit, bro. Imagine being one of the best athletes on planet Earth, getting paid millions to play a sport, and you're just like eating team lunch, just watching SpongeBob. I have no idea if this picture is real or not, but I like to believe that it is. Gentlemen, football is here, and my sponsor, Underdog, has got you covered. And if you're new to Underdog, promo code MMG will get you $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries. When you play your first $5, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. All you gotta do is pick higher or lower on 2 or more player stats for a shot to win real money. Underdog is live right now in 30+ states. That includes Missouri, Georgia, and Texas. Remember, use that code MMG. Let's make this season a banger. Peace. Ronnie Hickman said, give it to me, Tua, and Tua immediately threw an interception. Listen, this is Week 8 NFL memes, okay? So yes, this game was before that, but Tua balled out Week 8. So we can enjoy a little Tua hate right before we give him an apology. So I'm fine with that. Give it to me, Tua. Hey. That's crazy. Ask and you shall receive, I guess. That's a thing. Mike McDaniel telling Tua to get off the field after his 3rd interception.
Another pick.
Understandable. Understandable. Have a nice day. Mike McDaniel is starting Tua this week. My expectation is that we don't throw 10 picks. Oh, boy.
Take the snaps this week, and he's going to be our starter this week. And my expectation is that we don't throw 10 picks.
He literally sounds so depressed. Hey, I feel for the guy. Hey, listen, Tua threw 4 touchdowns, no interceptions in week 8. So it's kind of funny coming back to this. Tua to the bench.
Bad news, Tua. We're benching you. Tua play football.
This is for 6-year-olds, bro. I'm not watching this shit. Mike Evans showing up to get 860 yards in the final 4 games to keep his 1K yard streak going. Can he come back? Can Mike Evans? Whoa. He can't come back. It tells me all I need to know. 2 Chiefs fans were kicked out of Arrowhead for excessive standing and cheering too loud for their team.
For code of conduct, and our code of conduct was what?
That you are disrupting the enjoyment of
because we were standing up cheering for the Chiefs.
Excessively, yes.
Excessively cheering for the Chiefs.
No, excessively standing.
Excessively standing.
We were only...
My immediate monkey brain reaction is to say that this is insane. However, I didn't see what they did. Is it really fair for us to judge if we don't know what happened? Excessively standing and excessively cheering sounds absolutely absurdly ridiculous, but we don't know what happened. I almost got kicked out of a Purdue game. I went to one Purdue Boilermakers football game, Michigan State Purdue, when Aiden O'Connell actually beat us. That was when we went 10-2 that season. I was one of the few Michigan State fans. I was in the very front row. I stood up the entire game. They almost kicked me out for standing up the entire game. Sitting behind me was 8 older people who must sit there all the time because they couldn't believe that I was standing up the whole game. They were the entire game shouting at me, yelling at me to sit down, and they went and got an usher to get me to sit down. It was me and Chase. We filmed the game. Worst experience of my life. I'm never going back to Purdue. Fuck that state. Bunch of redneck frauds. I'm never going back to Purdue, and I'll say that shit loud. Anytime Purdue is on, I pray that they lose. That was the worst experience of my life. And actually, you know what? I don't know why I'm saying I need context, because in that scenario, I was like, you guys are so full of shit. The usher came down and I was like, look, if you want to kick me out for standing up, you can do that. But I paid for this seat and you really can't. Like, good luck. And he was like, fuck, I really can't. So I don't know how these guys got kicked out. In fact, you know what? I am Yap because my story has no relevance to this because I didn't get kicked out. I would love to see what happened. I would love to see what happened. I mean, it's Arrowhead. Arrowhead's one of the loudest stadiums where you're allowed to do that shit, right? Like, that's the whole point. It's one of the loudest stadiums in the NFL. I have to see what they did.
They observed that you were non-compliant and that you never sat down.
Non-compliant and never sat down. You're kind of a savage, though. Like, if you stand up the entire football game and never sit down, you're a savage. Like, you shouldn't. Wouldn't we want all fans to do that? I do see both ends of it, though, because the elderly people sitting behind me at Purdue, they had an objectively shitty experience. They did. Because especially at Purdue, like, there's no way they could see past me. They were sitting directly behind me. It's like 8 older people. And I was standing up cheering for most of the game because that's what I do at a football game. And they're all pissed off because they can't see the field. And if I never sit down, they can never see the field if they never stand up. So in my head, it was like, well, you could just stand up, but they were older, so they really couldn't. I sort of saw both sides, but there's no way I think you should ever get kicked out of it. I want to see the comments like, can I see? Only the refs and announcers are allowed to do that banger reply. I need more context on this, bro. I'm genuinely so interested. If someone in front of me stood for the whole game, I'd be pissed too. This is basically the old person behind me at Purdue. They said in the clip they didn't stand up the whole time, and it's not really something you kick someone out for either. At most, just tell them to sit down. I mean, we're arguing over something that none of us saw. So I do think that, like, this is kind of my actual biggest problem with the internet is, like, all of us are going to go have this massive opinion based off of their interaction with the lady who kicked them out. We have no idea what happened. How can we actually judge what happened here? We didn't fucking see it. I think the only final thing I can say is, like, this video is filmed from the POV of the people getting kicked out. So obviously they're biased. They have no way to not be biased. Also, like, Spider-Man Bob, this guy who's asking these genuine questions and is, like, replying about what they did. Buddy's got a picture of fucking LeBron in a maid uniform on his Instagram. Like, this is who we're agreeing with. This is who we're taking advice from. The internet is so fucked. I hate this whole thing. Jets owner Woody Johnson on Justin Fields. It's hard when you have a quarterback with the rating we've got. If we could just complete a pass, it would look...
What's your confidence level in Aaron to turn it around?
Well, it looks like he's turning around parts of it. You know, it's hard when you have a quarterback with, with a rating that we've got. You know, I mean, he has the ability, but something just is not jiving. But if you look at any head coach with a quarterback like that, you're going to see similar results if you go across the league.
There's no fucking way he just said that. You're the owner? Number one, your organization has more dysfunction than probably any organization over the last 20 years, outside of maybe the Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions. And you actually don't think that's your fault? So delusional. Holy shit. It's hard when you have a quarterback with the rating we've got. You're the owner. Okay, maybe I don't understand. Does the owner not have the power to veto that? Did he not sign off on the fact that Justin Fields gets 3 years, $55 million, or whatever the hell his contract is? It's hard when you have a quarterback with the rating we've got. Dude's talking about this like it's a Madden fantasy draft and this team just fell in his lap. And now he's got to pick up with the team and just fucking play with it. Didn't you build the team? Am I missing something here? What kind of comment was that? That's crazy. Listen, I'm not going to pretend like Justin Fields is Tom Brady. I know Justin Fields ain't Tom Brady, but you're telling me who exactly, I'm sorry, Woody Johnson, who exactly would excel in your system? Aaron Rodgers couldn't. Aaron Rodgers is one of the best quarterbacks of the last decade. He's one of the best quarterbacks of the last 2 decades. And he couldn't excel in your system. And now it's a bummer when you have a quarterback. The rating you've got, you had Aaron Rodgers all last year. Aaron Rodgers is currently on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and what's their record? Oh my goodness, it ain't 1-7. Dude, I'm actually pissed off about this. I don't even give a shit about the Jets, and that pisses me off. Woody Johnson be like, Jets QB sucks. My brother cries here again. Yes! Oh, ghetto Gronk, man, you're my goat. This is a wicked meme template right here. Why is there a picture of a Subway sub on this? The Jets have unfollowed Justin Fields. Okay, come on. Wait, why are we talking shit? Oh, right. I keep forgetting that this was before. This was before the Jets just got their first win. Pray for these young Jets fans. They didn't choose this life.
What's in the game?
I hate this team. I was born into this, and I'm not gonna ever. I'm always a Jets fan, but like, I hate this team.
Oh my God, look, dude, oh my God. This is one of my favorite clips ever. I've never seen this before. He looks like he has no interest in engaging at all. Like, bro, I'm not doing this. He's like, no. And then he locks in right quick just to say, fuck, man, this is ass. Lock in.
I hate this team. I was born into this.
That's the best clip ever, dude. Folks, we're too quick to slander a man that was just a ball knower. Who's a bigger bust, Geno or Jamarcus Russell? Is this the guy? I think this is the Seattle Seahawks fan who was also talking shit to Baker Mayfield. Someone was telling me that this guy is like a generational hater, and it's all kind of in good fun. That he has season tickets in this spot, which is the away team tunnel, and that all he does is every game. He talks shit to somebody, he brings a poster for somebody. I think it's the same guy that was talking shit to Baker, and Baker was like, you're gonna be real quiet at halftime, and then Baker came back to talk shit to him later. I think that's this guy. I might have just made a story up. This is the internet.com we're talking about, but content farming, bro, fuck you. Can anyone explain why they're spamming MMG? I know he's 6'5", 245 ladies, but chill. Okay. All right, creative. Risen me up, bro. All right, you're rising me up a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie. Dre Greenlaw has been suspended 1 game for verbally threatening a ref after the game. The ref shoved Justin Cernat, and Dre Greenlaw was not happy about it. I mean, listen, outside of a ref, like, legitimately fist fighting a player, you just don't touch your ref. He's just trying to get him out of the way. I mean, it's kind of weird. That was more shoved than the ref should have done. That was more shoved than the ref should have done. I definitely agree. Here's the thing, though. Is like, you just got to remember that refs in this league are untouchable. It's so unfair and it's so stupid. But, dude, you do some shit like this. Dre Greenlaw is lucky as fuck that he was only suspended for 1 game. I could realistically have seen them throwing the ban hammer and giving this dude a 6. Look at the team. Is he coming to talk shit to the ref? Or is he coming to stop Dre Greenlaw? I mean, I get it a little bit too. Like, refs are not built like NFL players, and when NFL players are swarming the field around you, dude, I'd be scared as shit. He definitely gave him too much of a shove, though. It's funny to me, too. Remember when Jackson Dart high-fived that ref? I still can't believe he didn't get a penalty for that. You're supposed to get a penalty for that. Dre Greenlaw chasing the refs after the game. Someone give me the context. Someone give me some context. Hey, he's got hops. He does not have hops. Is this the Pakistani league? Where is this game? Where the fuck is this game being played, bro? Oh my God. Well, they got a court in the mosque. What is this? Russell Wilson clapped back at Sean Payton. Classless, but not surprised. Didn't realize you're still bounty hunting 15 plus years later through the media.
And a little spark with that quarterback.
Did Russell Wilson really say that? That's crazy. Sean Payton's a psycho, for the record. Sean Payton's free. Sean Payton got it. Didn't he get in he got a 15-yard penalty for bitching at the refs? He's like running on the field bitching at the refs. He's got some he's got some temper flares. Big time. Big time. Dude, if you're costing your team 15 yards because you can't keep it in lock, sometimes you got to have a guy. Doesn't Sean McVay have a guy? Isn't there a guy on the Rams sideline that pulls Sean McVay back when he gets too amped up? Sean Payton needs that guy. Whoa. Okay, he was ass. Was he Hitler? No. Was he ass? Yes. The Giants have released kicker Jude McAtamney after he missed 2 extra points. Dude, missing 2 extra points in the league is unforgivable. You will always get yoinked. Well, today sucked. It's time to yank off. Tell him. Emmanuel Acho ended his show after LaShawn McCoy called out his fling with Joy Taylor. Says the guy that did a lot of action at Fox, but we ain't gonna talk about that. No way. Also, can we look at this headline? Skip Bayless. Travis Hunter is losing interest after getting baptized before Jags game. That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life, bro. Get me off the internet. I actually saw this. Skip Bayless made a tweet talking about Travis Hunter getting baptized. Skip Bayless must legitimately get bricked the fuck up from rage baiting. You guys think rage baiting's some new thing? Skip Bayless has been rage baiting his entire life. Skip Bayless has gotta be 70? How old is Skip Bayless? That dude rage baits for the love of the game at this point. This is absolute insane rage baiting. There's no way a real life human being who has lived to be as old as Skip genuinely believes this.
You've done a lot. Say that. I know you for 6 weeks. So much. Says the guy that did a lot of action at Fox. But we ain't gonna talk.
Oh! Wait, what show is this? What show did he do that on? Does Emmanuel Acho have his own podcast? Or is this live television? What is this?
Where's the mute mic button? Hey man, yeah, we gotta, quick.
He's hoping he's got a stream delay. He's like, yo, where's my minute stream delay?
Somebody cut! It's not that funny, Chad. Stop laughing. What's so funny? I don't get what's so funny.
Is he actually getting pissed? I don't think he's actually getting pissed. He's just playing into it.
When I was with Fox, they had me doing the basketball.
Stop bringing up Fox.
Oh, he is actually pissed.
Sorry. I don't want to talk about Fox anymore.
On my other,
is he not with Fox anymore?
My other job I had, and they had us really studying basketball, and I would talk to my basketball friends, and they would teach me that everybody had.
Why the hell would he bring up Fox? Are you joking? Why would he not bring up Fox? Everybody wants to know about it, and you are publicly involved in it. Are you hoping that if you just never talk about it, it'll get swept under the rug indefinitely? You know what, guys? My reckoning day will come. Probably not, actually. I'm invincible. But if my reckoning day does come, and I get caught up in some absolute giga shenanigans, and you see me being, because I can't tell if he's rage baiting or if he's being real. If you see me being bitch made and not yapping about it, and just pretending like it didn't happen, getting pissed when people bring it up, if you see that occur, I want you to send me this clip. I want you to say, MMG, your reckoning has come. The day has come. I mean, dude, people aren't even clowning you. Look, I don't know that it's true that he did or didn't. The fact that he's not talking about it, I think, makes it a little bit more suspicious. It doesn't absolve him or make him guilty, but how do you get pissed about this? If Joy Taylor's sleeping with everybody and their mother and you're just a part of that, if you were just yeah, she's really attractive and I'm single and I wanted to sleep with her, then what's the big fucking deal? There is no big deal. I mean, I think it is sad how corrupt Fox is. We all know the story we're talking about. Joy Taylor slept her way to the top in Fox. And then when she was worried about getting fired, she was basically yeah, well, I'll just blackmail the fuck out of you because you all cheated on your wives with me. Which is insane and corrupt and ridiculous. But he's kind of not really a bad actor in all of this. A super attractive girl at your work wants to sleep with you and you're single and she's single. Is there a crime being committed here? I don't think when they slept together, I think her husband had already divorced her, if I remember correctly. So I don't know what the big fuss is here.
As a role.
I'm tired of talking to you. I'm done. It might be time to wrap.
He's being bitch made as fuck. Bro, you played in the National Football League. You can't handle people saying you slept with Joy Taylor? Are you kidding me, bro? I slept with Venus Sky. That's a porn All right. Whatever, bro. Whatever. I love LaShawn for this, and I normally can't stand the dude. I like the, and look, this is very serious. He's actually pissed. I don't get it. I'm here to flex to my pastor that I was in an MMG video. You want to flex that on your pastor? Listen, bro, I've been going to church every Sunday, but I don't know that I'm making it to the pearly gates quite yet. Dude, I genuinely don't get this.
This thing up. We're done.
Yeah, no.
I'm done.
Yeah,
Taylor, kill the lights.
How we done?
That was low, 2-5.
I'm tired of talking today. We'll see you guys next time.
We talking about basketball.
He done ruined the whole show. He made your show, bro. Nobody ruined the show. That's insanely soft. I actually can't believe that. Breaking news, Carson Wentz has been arrested as part of the FBI's illegal sports gambling. I don't know how this fucking meme gets me every time, but it's like for some reason I don't see the trash can and then I see the trash can. Like, why was I expecting fucking Carson Wentz to pop out of the back of this? What am I thinking? Carson Wentz might actually be blind. NFL's a weird place, man. NFL's a weird place. NFL, especially the quarterback position. I'm yelling at the last slide. Ooh, we got a good last slide, boys. We got a good last slide. You already know. Yeah, I mean, this is the same, guys. This is the same Carson Wentz was like the greatest quarterback ever for the Eagles and then went down and everyone thought the Eagles had no chance. It's the same guy. He's older now, but it's literally the same guy. Just want to let you guys know that I started Jordan Mason over Kamani Vidal. Yikes. Listen, man, hindsight is 2020. Hindsight is 2020. But you just had to know that the game script says that the Carson Wentz Minnesota Vikings are ass, right? I mean, did we really think Jordan Mason was getting that many touches? I watched Jonathan Taylor absolutely shred that Colts defense, so I kind of get where you're coming from on this. Like, I do understand that. Carson Wentz bet against himself and the Vikings tonight. I just can't prove it yet. Bro, did you guys see the Chauncey Billups shit? Oh my God. We're taking just a really quick sidebar for this. I probably was going to do a full video on it, but I've been off the grid for like 3 days, so I'm not. Portland Trailblazers coach Chauncey Billups, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, and former NBA player Damon Jones are all facing criminal charges in the wake of the scandal, which is also connected with the investigation that led to the NBA banning former Toronto Raptors player Jontay Porter. You guys remember this? Jontay Porter was involved in some illegal mafia-related sports bet prop rigging. Jontay Porter had some form of eye injury. He told these people to bet his under. He was going to check into the game and then check himself out before getting any bets cashed. So anybody who bet the under on him would win. He could come in and then just come out and say, sorry, coach, my eye hurts. He already was kind of a depth guy. So you're betting like under half a fucking rebound. And then he would just be useless and check himself out of the game. It's actually insane how easy that shit is to rig. Insane how easy that shit is to rig. Remember that next time you've got a lock on your 16-leg parlay. Just know that the actual mafia is fighting against you. There's a whole lot that goes into this, but with Chauncey Billups specifically, they were running rigged back-end gambling games. Like literally, this is not just like Chauncey Billups is like cheating the sports bets. He's literally running out your back fucking yard poker games, and they're legitimately cheating. One specific game involved Chauncey Billups on this date allegedly defrauded victims out of more than $50,000. The scheme featured a shuffling machine that had been secretly altered to use concealed technology to read the cards in the deck, predict which player at the table had the best poker hand, and relay that information to an off-site operator. Yeah, if you ever go to Vegas next time, you're like, dude, there's no way they could rig it. Yes, they fucking can. I'm not saying that they do, and I'm not even saying that Chauncey Billups did this. All of this is alleged, but you bet your ass it's certainly possible. Now, here's the big kicker that kind of fucked Terry Rozier. The indictment alleges that Terry Rozier, then playing for the Charlotte Hornets, informed co-defendant that Rozier was going to prematurely remove himself from a game against the New Orleans Pelicans in the first quarter, which is the same thing that Jontay Porter did. This is the freest way to rig this shit, is just come in, make sure all the bets are live, do nothing, pretend you have an injury, and leave the game. They then allege that he sold this information to multiple co-conspirators, including co-defendant Mars Fairley. Fairley and an unnamed co-conspirator agreed to pay Laster $100,000 from their expected gambling winnings. Allegedly, these people placed more than $260,000 in bets on Terry Rozier's under. He removed himself from the game in the first quarter after playing less than 10 minutes and did not return. He had 5 points and 2 assists and finished under the line set by odd makers for his points, assists, and 3-point shots. Yeah, that's like the super quick synopsis of it, but holy shit. Yeah, we need more crackdown on this in all major sports. We need more crackdown on this on the National Football League, in the NBA. It's too easy. It is legitimately too easy. If any player can check themselves out for any injury, then they could be doing this every single game. It's way too easy. Justin Jefferson anonymously tipping the FBI. It's basically what this whole slide is about. 10 sets of being a Vikings fan. Whoa, my God. Yo, I never want to hate on people in the gym. I really don't. But that just can't, that's gotta hurt. This dude's old too. How can his neck handle that, bro? I got a bad back. I'm like 21. I'm 21. I'm like 19 years old, bro, and my neck can barely handle that. Three sets of banging your mom. Oh, she's a big girl, your mom. I tell you what, I've been upping my hip thrust numbers trying to get that big old heifer up. Woo! Vikings, we didn't bench J.J. McCarthy. He has a very real ankle injury.
To the outside.
J.J. McCarthy.
Hold in. Justin Jefferson makes the catch.
Yeah.
Inbounds. Covers first down, their second.
Not looking good. Are you guys ever shocked at how little space there is on an NFL sideline? How often do we see players just fucking barrel roll into like a human being, a cameraman, a security guard, a bench? Isn't that shocking that the NFL doesn't have more space? I don't know. I think about that probably every single game. J.J. McCarthy watching Carson Wentz get his ass beat by the Chargers defense. Unfortunate. Carson is hurt, JJ. Get out there.
Good boy, Binky. Oh, are you okay, Binky? What's wrong, buddy?
Dude, dogs who do this are so fucking funny. You guys ever seen a dog that does this? This is a real thing. I never forget, I thought I like injured my neighbor's dog and I felt so much sympathy and I felt so bad. And they were like, dude, watch. And he like literally pulls a ball out and just throws it. And this dog, just full torque. How do you teach a dog that, bro? What kind of shit is this? Literally just like that.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Remember, the Vikings had Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold on their roster last season and let them both walk. And they had Daniel Jones on their roster last season? What? Sam Darnold led them to a 14-win season and had one bad game against the Rams. They let him walk, shake my head, elite level fumble. Okay, I knew Sam Darnold. This isn't fair, though. Sam Darnold came to the Vikings on a very small contract because Sam Darnold had sucked, and then Sam Darnold played out of his mind. They couldn't afford him, right? This wasn't like we'd love to have Sam Darnold, but I don't think it was that case. They were like, we invested in J.J. McCarthy, our rookie. We don't have the bread to pay what the price went up. I think it was that simple, right? It is kind of crazy that they had both of these guys. I don't know that the Vikings ever could have done with Daniel Jones what the Indianapolis Colts are doing with him, but they couldn't afford him, I thought. They let him walk because of their 10th overall pick waiting, not because of that game. JJ is way cheaper and they see a higher ceiling on him, or did at least talk soccer. All right. They didn't have to talk shit to the guy, but Vikings fans right now. No, Murph, no! Don't let Sam Darnold walk, Murph, no! It was gravity! Fuck! Checking in on the 2020 QB draft class. I'm a franchise QB. Yo, this is actually a really good draft. Why was the 2020 draft so good? Wasn't the 2020 draft really good in the NBA? 2020 was like the worst year ever. That was COVID year, bro. Why was there so many banger QBs out of this draft? I can't see my wide receivers. Yeah, you just wait, buddy. Vikings O-line. Hey, respect them. I like that he's taking his job seriously. I'm pretty sure he decks a girl. Yeah, get fucked, bitch. Yeah, you like that. Yeah. I'm just kidding. I would never say that to a woman in real life. I have the utmost respect for women. They don't call me #1 woman respected for no reason. Like, they don't just fucking hand that award out. Do you think they give that shit to anybody? Carson Wentz tonight, risk of injury. He was. Every time Carson Wentz would throw a bad pass, he'd go, he'd do the Family Guy thing. He'd do the Family Guy skit. Justin Herbert, it's 3rd and long. Who can make a play? Jesus. I don't want to play with you anymore, Quentin. You drop too many footballs. I'm going to White Lightning, Lad McConkey, the Great White Hope. I'm going to my white feller. God forbid a white boy get a little motion. Al Michaels said Vikings kicker Will Reichard only missed field goal last year was the one that hit a camera wire in London. He now says the league told him to correct himself that it was an optical illusion. The NFL would rather blatantly lie than admit they screwed up. I love this from Al Michaels, by the way.
The league Reichard's only miss was hitting a wire in London. The league says, no, it was an optical illusion. Not what Reichard thinks. Anyway.
That was the biggest fuck you out of Al Michaels that he possibly could have said. It is funny, though. You know what's sad? Is that you can pretty much get away with this in any walk of life because no one's going to remember. No one is going to remember that Will Reichard missed that kick. All they're going to remember is that in the stat sheets, he missed a kick. And the NFL is going to say that it was an optical illusion, and no one's going to remember. And it'll never fucking matter. That's what's crazy. I'll never forget. You guys remember T. Martin? T. Martin's a YouTuber. I'll never forget this. T. Martin, a while back, I'd say like even 8 years ago, he got caught up for CSGO lottery. He basically created his own CSGO lottery website where you could basically gamble. He made his own gambling website and he promoted it by pretending like it was a random gambling website and that he was just making a fuck ton of money on it. He rigged the odds in his own favor, made videos as if it was real. The equivalent would be like if I owned Underdog and then I just always won all my bets and I told you guys how awesome Underdog is and then just completely lied, pretending like it wasn't mine. That is super illegal. T. Martin did that. And then when he got caught, he tried to delete all the evidence. And after deleting all the evidence and getting caught, he never, ever acknowledged that it occurred. Not once. He never made a video. He literally just kept posting as if nothing happened. Just full steam ahead. And no one gave a fuck. The first video he posted after had a ton of dislikes and comments. The second video had a little bit less. 2 weeks go by and everyone fucking forgot. That shit is crazy. He probably still makes videos. I'm not even shitting on the guy. Like what he did was bad, but it was just so funny that like hilariously the best strategy to defend against like really negative press is to do absolutely nothing. Pretend like literally nothing happened. And that's exactly what the NFL's doing. They're going, it's an optical illusion and you're all too stupid to remember. You're just gonna forget, so we don't give a fuck. 9/11, who cares it was? I'll never get over this one, dude. This is the greatest meme template that Ghetto Gronk ever came out with. I didn't yell. I didn't have to close out. Dude, that's not closeout worthy anymore. Like, we're slowly progressing to a level where that's not closeout worthy. Wow, this young Giants player is really good. Hey! This is AI, right? It has to be. That's AI. Wait, what the fuck is this? Why does this not look like AI? I gotta save some of these for the next one because I'm literally going on an hour. Holy shit, I was born to yap. Fuck yeah. I love you, you're so handsome. I'm going surfing, hope I don't get eaten by a shark. Hey, remember, have a spectacular day. You're loved because I love you. So even if everyone else hates you, I love you. Sheesh. All right, peace.